Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. This is Matchday Live. Arsenal women away at Manchester City. A really, really big game in the WSL this Saturday lunchtime. Arsenal really do need to win this game to keep the pressure on the top two of Manchester United and Chelsea. But we know it's going to be a tough game. It's all going to be coming up the other side of this. So Arsenal now free to Marnham again inside the area looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Free to Marnham again. Now, of course, as we know, this is the second time Arsenal and Manchester City have met in the last 3 days. Of course, Arsenal did win that Continental Cup semi-final on Wednesday night at Meadow Park after extra time. That goal from Stina Blackstenius. But this is a different game and completely. It's away. It's massively important game at the top of the WSL. Whoever wins this game will definitely feel they're in the title race, and the losers may well might have too much to do to make up, mightn't they, in what remains of the season. So it's a really, really big game. So we've got some team news for you. So let's just go through that. So this is how the teams line up for this game today. So for Arsenal, there's a few changes actually to Wednesday night's extra time semi-final. So in goal comes in Manu Zinsberger. Started every single WSL game this season, so no real surprise there. Noel Moritz comes in at right back. The two centre-backs are the same as the other night. Lotta Wubben-Moy and Rafaela Souza, and Steph Catley's at left back. In midfield, Leah Williamson again, although there's a possibility that we may be going with the 3 centre-backs again. So we'll hang on fire for that one. We may see how that works out. Kim Little and Frida Marnham then in the front three. Victoria Pelova starts. Caitlin Ford on the left and Stina Blackstenius, who got the winning goal, of course, off the bench on Wednesday. She is through the centre again for Arsenal. So on the bench then for Arsenal, we've got the 2 goalkeepers, Sabrina D'Angelo and Kayla Marquis. We've got Jen Beattie, Laura Wainwright, Katie McCabe had a great game on Wednesday, Leah Walty, who's back fit again, Katarina Cole, Gio Quineros and Lena Hurtig, of course. That is the Arsenal bench. This is our Man City lineup. They've kept largely the same team that played in the cup the other night, haven't they? So not too many changes for them. Ellie Roebuck does come in goal for them. Their back four is the same. They made one change at the back, haven't they? Kirsten Kasparij, Steph Houghton comes in alongside Alex Greenwood, and at left back it is Layla Alexandri. The 3 in midfield is the same. I know they're not the same as the other night. Laura Coombs comes in alongside Philip Angeldal and Yuri Hasegawa. Those two, of course, started on Wednesday. And in the front 3, as it was on Wednesday, Chloe Kelly, Khadija Shaw and Lauren Hemp. Just 6 players on the bench, actually, for Manchester City. Goalkeeper Sandy MacGyver, Dania Castellanos, Layla Quinhai, Julie Blackstead, Hayley Russo and Mary Fowler. So there are your lineups then for this game. Yeah, quite a few changes for Arsenal. I'm a little bit surprised Laura Wainwright hasn't started. She's generally got a decent record against Lauren Hemp, hasn't she? Although she did struggle maybe at times the other night against Hemp. But it'd be interesting to see, won't it, whether Leah Williamson is going to be in the back 3 as we started the other night, or whether she'll be in midfield. We've got that option of changing it as well, haven't we? Because Leah can play in either role. So we'll see how that works out. She may well be as a back 3 again. And then obviously Moritz and Catley will push on a little bit further up the pitch, won't they, to try and fill out the midfield a little bit. So we'll see how that works out. The defence are going to be kept busy again, you would assume. I mean, it was good to keep a clean sheet the other night against this team. They were unbeaten in 16 games. They are unbeaten in the WSL since September. They lost their first 2 games, let's remember, to Aston Villa and to Chelsea. But since then, they've won 8 and drawn 2 of their last 10 in the WSL. So they are in good form in the league. They've not lost at home in the league this season. And we've never won at the Academy Stadium. So a few stats are maybe against us in this game today, but stats don't really decide games, do they? It's what happens on the pitch. Certainly historical stats don't decide games. It's what happens on the pitch. And, we showed the other night we can match this Manchester City team. and we can take them all the way. And I'm sure today, we have to win this game, don't we? Having drawn our last two WSL games, the West Ham game, very, very frustrating last weekend. We should have won that, shouldn't we? And it was disappointing that we only came away with a draw from that game, and those 2 points, we need to make them back today. I mean, under normal circumstances, I'd say a draw away at Man City is a good result. You know, last season we got a late equaliser, didn't we, in this fixture from Tobin Heath to come out with a 1-1 draw. And you know, you have to say that, you know, you look at them results and think, you know what, they're good results. But in the context of the league at this moment in time, really, we have to win this game. And Man City will feel the same. I say whoever loses this game will probably feel they're out of the title race. That's how important this game is for both teams. Will that lead to a cagey game? Possibly. Will both teams be reasonably happy with a draw? Maybe. But I think whoever wins this game is going to have a big lift, aren't they? And hopefully it can be us. And we've certainly got a team good enough to win this game. But we know how difficult it is away at Manchester City. We've got such a poor record here, haven't we? And we've got Bongo Guna in the chat again. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. He says, come on, you Gunners, indeed. We've got Ryan from the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Hope you're well, my friend. He said, afternoon, Mitch. Yourself, I hope you're well. And Brennan there says, come on, you Gunners, indeed. Come on, you Gunners. We need to win this game. I'm a little bit disappointed I can't be there. You know, we had tickets for the original game was going to go, but unfortunately, I have come down with this kind of flu-type illness over the last few days. So I didn't really want to risk it. So I gave the tickets away to Erin yesterday. I put on the notice board. I put it out, and she was the first to respond. Coming up from Portsmouth to Manchester on the off chance of getting a ticket, and she had our tickets. So I hope she enjoys the game today. I'm sure she will. Just a little bit upset and disappointed I can't be there myself, but health's more important, isn't it? And I don't want to be spreading my horrible germs around to everybody else today. Wayne's in the chat. How you doing, Wayne? He says, I'll be very honest. I don't entirely know how I feel about our games being on Sky Sports because I don't have Sky Sports at home. And if I go to the pub to watch, they won't show it because Chelsea West Ham. No, exactly, yeah. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It is a tricky one, I suppose. I mean, you don't need to have a Sky Sports subscription. You can actually watch it. It's on Sky Showcase. If you've got sort of Now TV or some sort of package that doesn't include Sky Sports, you can watch it on Sky Showcase. I don't know if you've got that way, but anyway, stay with us because you know we give you all the coverage that you need. You won't miss anything. I do think it's strange that they played this game on the Saturday lunchtime. One, as you rightly say, there's a Premier League game on at the same time, and also Arsenal Man City played Wednesday evening, and now they're playing Saturday lunchtime. And it was extra time. So this game should have been played tomorrow. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And had it been played tomorrow, I may have been fit enough to go. So I'm a little bit disappointed about all that. Anyway, there's a lot of Arsenal fans here today. It's a sellout crowd at the Academy Stadium, and hopefully Arsenal can get the victory. We've got kind of in the chat. He says, "Hey Richard, a bit more positivity." Yeah, let's hope we can do this. It's going to be tough, isn't it? It is going to be tough. We know how good this Man City team are. So they haven't lost a game in the WSL for a long time, but we certainly deserved to beat them on Wednesday in the cup, didn't we? It was just we should have beat them in normal time, shouldn't we? It shouldn't have needed extra time on those chances that we had. Hopefully today we can be a little bit more clinical, because away at Manchester City, you probably aren't going to get those kind of number of chances, are you, that we got the other day. So when we get a chance, we're going to have to take it. Hopefully Stina can get back to her earlier season form where she was knocking goals in. She wasn't missing too many chances, and she needs to get back to that again. And if she does, I'll be really, really confident that that we can get the victory today. But Man City, a good day. Chloe Kelly was brilliant the other night. Lauren Hemp had a decent game. And we did do a good job on Khadija Shaw. Can we keep her quiet 2 games in a row? That's going to be tough, isn't it? Because we know what a difficult opponent she is. She scored 17 goals this season in all competitions. So she's obviously the danger up front, you know. But Rafaela Souza did a good job on her the other night, and let's hope that she's got the better of her again today, because that's going to be crucial, isn't it? That battle there, the Manchester City front 3 against Arsenal's defence. If we can keep them 3 quiet, don't give them too many opportunities, then we'll have a great chance of getting the result that we need, which will put us through. Actually, for some reason, I don't know why, my I just remembered, I haven't turned the switch on. Might help. I haven't got my laptop switched on. It would have gone, the battery would have run out. That'd have been good, wouldn't it? I've just got good job I noticed that, otherwise we might have been in trouble. Anyway. We are what's the time? We're 5 minutes away from the kickoff. They're doing some sort of pre-match stuff out on the pitch at the moment, and everyone's enjoying that, I'm sure. So let's hope that everyone in the ground's enjoying that. and I'm sure it's going to be good. We've got Matt from the Arsenal Women's Weekly. He's at the game today. He's doing some videos for us, so we'll have them on the channel later on. So we'll see what happens there. So that's pretty good, really. So yeah, we're getting ready for kickoff. It's a big game. I don't think we can understate exactly how big this game is. If Arsenal win, then not only does it put us right back in that title race, but it kind of puts Manchester City out of it. So that's how big this game is. The teams are just coming out onto the pitch. Manchester City are wearing the same kit they wore the other day, which is, of course, their light blue tops, the purple shorts or claret shorts, if you like, and light blue socks. Arsenal in their away kit of the all black kit we're wearing today, which is a nice kit, isn't it? I don't know why we could have worn our red kit, I'm sure, as we did the other night. But anyway, we're in our black kit today. So for the third game in a row, we've worn all three kits this week, haven't we? West Ham we wore pink, Wednesday night we wore red, and today we are wearing black. So we'll just run through the lineups for you again, and as we come up towards the kickoff here, the teams are just lining up on the side of the pitch. Bongo Guna says, I love the black kit. Yeah, no, I love the black kit as well. So Man City, then in goal for them is Ellie Roebuck. Their back four is Kirsten Kasparich, Steph Houghton, Alex Greenwood, and Leia Alexandri. They're three in midfield. Laura Coombs, Yuri Hasegawa, and Philippa Angeldal. And then their front three, of course, Chloe Kelly, Khadija Shaw, and Lauren Hemp. A very, very strong front three, that is, isn't it? We need to be wary of them. Looks as though they're lining up in the same formation they did the other night, a 4-3-3. Coombs comes into midfield instead of Castellanos. For us then, this is the way the Arsenal team line up today. In goal, Manu Zinsberger, of course, back for the WSL games as she tends to be. So we're still quite not sure. We do think it's going to be a back three. Leah Williamson, Lotta Wubben-Moy, and Rafaela Souza as a back three again, as we started the other night. Then in midfield, Mel Moritz and Steph Catley as sort of wing backs, Kim Little and Frida Marnham, of course, in the centre. And then the front three, Victoria Pelova on the right, Caitlin Ford on the left, and Stina Blackstenius through the centre as normal. Let's hope that she can get herself another goal. 10 goals this season for her. She's a lot of stick, but she's got 10 goals, and that's not a bad effort, is it? But Bongo Guna says, to be fair, all the kits are great. Got the whole set. Yeah, no, they are this season. I've only got the pink one, but yeah, they are all decent kits this season, you have to say. I'm not that keen on the home one with a collar, actually, but anyway. If we win the Premier League and win the WSL, I'm sure we'll love these kits forever, won't we? Anyway, we are just about to get off and underway here at the Academy Stadium in Manchester. A really, really big crowd in for this game. It was, of course, it was meant to be the first game of the season, wasn't it, back in September? But, of course, all those games got postponed because of the Queen's death. So it's got rearranged for this weekend. I say it should have been on the Sunday, really, shouldn't it? Let's be honest. Anyway, we are just about to get off and underway in this big game in Manchester. Two of the teams hoping to be challenging for that title this season, and this game could go a long way. The players are doing a minute's silence, are we? I'm not quite sure why, what that's about. Is it something to do with Manchester City? Could it be because they're going to be kicked out of the league, maybe? So they're we're having a minute's silence for them. It's probably more serious than that. I do apologise. I'll find out what it's all about very shortly, I'm sure. So there we go. I say Bongo Guna says, yeah, the earthquake. Yeah, it probably was the earthquake. Alo says probably the earthquake. Yeah, I'm sure it probably was. Yeah. So that's that. All over and done with now. We can get ready for the game. It looks like it's going to be Manchester City to kick off, attacking a goal to our right in this first half at the Academy Stadium. It does look like a big crowd in, as you would expect. Tickets were quite hard to come by. I was quite upset. I had to push mine on due to this flu that I seem to have come down with in the last few days. But anyway, we're going to enjoy the game. I'm sure it's going to be a very, very good game as well. It's going to be Khadija Shaw to get us off and underway here this afternoon. She's going to take the kickoff for Manchester City. And we are off and underway here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City against Arsenal, a big game. The fourth place team take on the third place team in the table, looking to close that gap on the top two. Man City in possession early on over on that far side, and Arsenal just trying to press high up the pitch as we tend to do. But Man City play up this near side to Kaspari's there, and she goes back to former Arsenal player Steph Houghton. Now it's back with goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. We're inside the first minute of the game, and a long clearance there. Not a very good one, actually. Arsenal picked that ball up. It's lofted over the top. It's flicked on by Caitlin Ford. Couldn't quite find Stina Blackstenius. Manchester City deal with that, but Victoria Palova just won it back for Arsenal. Knocks it back to Kim Little. Now Leah Williamson striding forward from the back. A good run from Leah Williamson. Plays the ball up this near side. Steph Catley's got a little bit of space. Running at that Man City defence. The ball through there. Looking for Caitlin Ford. Overhit. And it has gone through to goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. Who didn't play the other night, did she, Ellie? It was Sandy McGuire. Had a decent game, didn't she, the Manchester City goalkeeper on Wednesday. And let's hope that we keep Ellie Roebuck just as busy today. Man City trying to play the ball out from the back, but it's a poor crossfield ball. It was looking for Alexandria, but it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal over on that far side, just in line with the Manchester City penalty area. But Man City do recover the ball, and it's Hasegawa plays it out to that far side. Man City trying to play it out from the back. Not very successfully. They haven't actually got out of their own half yet, and we've played a minute and a half. Again, they're giving the ball away. Frida Marnham tries a shot from distance. It's a good effort. It's just wide. Nearly an early goal there from Frida Marnham, Arsenal's joint top scorer with 10 goals. It was a poor clearance away, actually, by Hasegawa. It was picked up by Frida Marnham. She had a little run forward from about 30 yards. Tried a shot. Good effort, actually, looking for that bottom corner. She hit it really, really well. It beat Ellie Roebuck. In fact, Ellie Roebuck may well have got a fingertip to it had it gone in the far corner. But that was a good start from Arsenal. Nearly get the early goal. But Manchester City now back in possession. It's with Chloe Kelly now on this near side. A little bit of space for the Euro Lionesses hero goal scorer, winning goal in the final. Of course, Chloe Kelly running at this Arsenal defence. Steph Catley comes across. So good block from her. And it is going to be a throw to Manchester City in the attacking third on this near side. Chloe Kelly with a yellow headband to match the yellow ball and the yellow linesman's top as well. Anyway, it's going to be a throw, which Kasparov is going to take for Manchester City. The right back throws it into Laura Coombs, gets it back again. This is good play for Manchester City in this near corner. Chloe Kelly now tries to get across, but good defending that was there from Rafael again. But Man City still in possession on this near side. The ball comes back to Hasegawa, plays it square into midfield. This is good pressure from Man City. Chloe Kelly now puts a cross in towards the box. Good defending from Lotta Wubben-Moy. Gets there first, and now Arsenal can try to launch a counter-attack, but Stina Blackstenius has been crowded out there by two Manchester City players in midfield. Hasegawa now plays the ball up this near side. It's been a fast start to this game from both teams. Chloe Kelly puts a cross in, a low cross across the 6-yard box. Manchester City have scored. Just 3 minutes. It's Lauren Hemp at the far post. Chloe Kelly's cross. Poor defending from Arsenal. Really, really poor defending. It had been a good starter from Arsenal as well, but it's Manchester City get the first goal. Chloe Kelly on this near side at Manchester City's right, put a cross in, a low cross. It went all the way across the 6-yard box. And at the far post, Lauren Hemp's come in with the finish. And suddenly, Arsenal now got it all to do here at the Academy Stadium, a ground where we've never won. Really poor defending that was from Arsenal. Noel Moritz caught out of position over on that far side. And a simple tap-in for Lauren Hemp. 3 minutes played. That wasn't the start we wanted. It's a decent ball, but really poor defending. Everyone just stood and watched it. I mean, that is terrible, terrible defending. We haven't conceded a goal in the last 3 or 4 games, but that was dreadful, dreadful defending. That's Lauren Hemp's 50th goal for Manchester City, and Arsenal are going to have to come from behind 2 seasons running here. Stina Blackstenius running in behind, but the flag's up for offside. Looked as though she was going to be straight in for the chance for the equaliser there. But that was dreadful, dreadful defending. Jonas will be pulling his hair out seeing that defending there. When you come away from home in a game like this, you cannot concede a soft goal like that Terrible defending. I mean, it was a good cross from Chloe Kelly, but an Arsenal defender had to deal with that, or Manu Zinsberger. Somebody had to deal with it. You can't just let it go across your 6-yard box. And Lauren Hemp won't have an easier goal all season. Those 50 goals that she's got for Manchester City, I'm pretty sure none of them would have been as easy as that. And that's not really acceptable, is it, when a game this important? And now we've made life really, really difficult for ourselves, haven't we? Anyway, we are in possession over on that far side. Noel Moritz, she was caught out a little bit of that position for that goal. Maybe this wing-back position doesn't really suit her, does it? I think it suits Laura, but maybe it doesn't suit Noel Moritz quite as much. Anyway, Man City coming forward again with Khadija Shaw. She turns away from Lotta Wubben-Moy, played the ball through. Good defending from Rafaela Souza, but actually we don't really get rid of it particularly well. Manchester City are still in possession with Philippe Angeldal. Now it's with Hazagawa. Man City in possession again, but good defending that time from Steph Catley, and Lotta Wubben-Moy completes the clearance. Arsenal looking a little bit shaky, you have to say, at this moment in time. After a bright start, Frida Marnham almost gave us the lead inside 2 minutes with an effort from 30 yards that went just wide. But Manchester City have come back since then, and they've got themselves the early goal, and they're looking for more now. Bunny Shaw looking to get in behind. Good defending again from Lotta Wubben-Moy, but Shaw keeps the ball, tries a cross, but it's fired straight at Rafaela Souza. And now Arsenal can try and get the ball away with Frida Marnham. Plays it back to Rafaela, goes long. Only as far as Hazagawa, though, for Manchester City. Arsenal just looking a little bit ragged at the moment. The goals really shook us back. And Manchester City look totally in control of this game. We've played 6 minutes. It is Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. And Arsenal just really struggling to get a grip now. But can we win the ball back? We have over on that far side, Leah Williamson. Now's a good chance for a counter-attack. Leah Williamson plays it out to the far side. Victoria Palova. We've got Stina Blackstenius in the box. Caitlin Ford in the box as well. Victoria Palova tries a shot herself. It comes all the way across to Caitlin Ford. She can't quite get a touch on it. And it's gone just wide of the post. But that was a good counter-attack from Arsenal. Victoria Palova, she had maybe options to have played that ball a little bit earlier. In the end, the cross got deflected, and that took it away from Caitlin Ford. I think it may well be a corner to Arsenal. It was deflected off Alex Greenwood, that ball across. Maybe Victoria there was a little bit too, I don't know, she held onto the ball a little bit too long. In fact, it must have gone off of Caitlin Ford. It was a goal kick, but Arsenal in possession again over on that far side. This is better from Arsenal now, looking to come back into this game. Victoria Palova plays it to Noel Moritz over on that far side. A low cross, but it's not a great cross. In fact, she was offside anyway. And Manchester City will get a free kick. Very, very poor start from Arsenal, but we're settling down now and we're looking to try to get ourselves back in this game. We've got that quality in the fight in the front three, there's no doubt about that. That was a good break there though. Leah Williamson it was, stepped in, brought the ball forward, played it out to Palova over on that far side, Arsenal's right. Maybe she just delayed that cross a little bit too long. Caitlin Ford had a little bit of space just before, but in the end Manchester City did manage to scramble that away, but that was much better from Arsenal. And we have had already, although we're 1-0 down, we have already had a couple of opportunities in this game. So all is not lost. Let's not get too worried quite yet. You know, all is not lost at all. But there's a long ball over top looking for Bunny Shaw. Steph Catley's across well, but Bunny Shaw wins the ball. She's so quick and so strong. 17 goals for her this season. Man City now in possession on this near side. Chloe Kelly, it was her assist for the goal after just 3 minutes. We've now played 8. Arsenal responded pretty well to going behind, you have to say. We were ragged for a minute or two, but we've settled down now. And the good thing is there's plenty of time left in the game, isn't there? So all is not lost. You know, we've got plenty of time to get back into it. And we are going to create chances. We created plenty of chances the other night, but it makes it 10 times more difficult when you go behind so early, doesn't it? So we need to improve defensively, certainly. Anyway, Manchester City now in possession. The ball does go back though to goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. 8.5 minutes played. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. The goal from Lauren Hemp after just 3 minutes. Arsenal have picked up the ball with Rafaela Souza, finds Kim Little in the centre of the pitch. She's got options out wide to the right hand side with Palova. Instead, she goes back to Leah Williamson. Now it's with Lotta Wubben-Moy with a back three there. Maybe we got caught out for that goal, didn't we? Very poor defending it was. Leah Williamson now just knocks the ball square to Lotta Wubben-Moy, and then she pings it long over on that far side. It's a good ball forward, actually. Victoria Palova looking to try and get in, but Alex Greenwood's across. But again, Arsenal have won the ball back, but it comes back to Manchester City, and now it's with Ellie Roebuck, the goalkeeper, all in orange. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. 9.5 minutes played at the Academy Stadium. Not a brilliant start from Arsenal, it has to be said, but Man City have just played the ball out of play there, actually. It was just a simple pass there from Laura Coombs, I think it was, played out to throw to Arsenal over on the far side. That's a ball played forward by Leah Williamson, but it's cut out well by Manchester City. But Stina battles away well for it. Stina's won the ball. Oh, she tried to thread it through to Caitlin Ford. Would have been a great ball, but Frida Marnham's picked it up. Frida Marnham now does again try to thread it through to Caitlin Ford. Again, a Manchester City defender's in the way. But Frida Marnham's battling well to win the ball back. Now an opportunity for Kim Little to shoot from distance. It's a good effort, but it's straight at goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. But Arsenal now really starting to settle down. Good play from Stina initially and good play from Frida Marnham as well. Won the ball well and Kim Little strike from distance, but it was fairly comfortable in the end for goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. But it's another opportunity that Arsenal have created against this Manchester City team as we look to try and get back in this game. We've played 10 minutes at the Academy Stadium. Man City again trying to play it out from the back. Again, Arsenal pressing high at the pitch. Stina's done really well there, but Man City do get away with that. Hasegawa does well, but Stina's working hard again to try and win it back. In fact, she's conceded a free kick that time. That foul there on Angel Dahl, but good pressing from Arsenal high up the pitch. It's what we need to do. Unsettle Manchester City. They've looked a little bit shaky playing it out from the back, not only in this game, but generally. So what we need to do is we need to keep trying to press them high and force mistakes, and we may well be able to get some opportunities and get this goal back. Noel Moritz has won the ball back again high up the pitch from Laura Coombs and won a throw for Arsenal over on the far side. Throws it in to captain Kim Little. She just falls back, which she does well, finds Leah Williamson. Her ball up the line was cut out actually by Lauren Hemp, who's now going to have a run, the goal scorer, have a run at Leah Williamson over on that far side. The cross comes in, Bunny Shaw with a header. Oh, it's hit the post, Chloe Kelly. Arsenal got away with one there. Again, it was poor defending. In fact, it looks like Chloe Kelly may well have been offside. Not sure that would have counted. It was Bunny Shaw flicked it on. Chloe Kelly at the far post this time, getting on the end of the cross. She hit the post from, about 10 yards. Good play from Lauren Hemp, flicked on by Bunny Shaw. She was offside. Got a flick onto it from about 7 yards, actually. I mean, she'll look on that as probably a battered miss, actually. Bunny Shaw flicked it on. Come off her shin, actually, Chloe Kelly. It's hit the post, but she was offside. And it wouldn't have counted anyway had it gone in. Arsenal now, they're playing some good football up this near side. Caitlin Ford does really well, but the ball just ran away from her. Man City have picked it up again in midfield. They're trying to come forward now. Hasegawa has had a good start to this game in midfield for Manchester City. We've got Terry in the chat there. He says, afternoon, Richard. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist doing this game, no matter how rough you felt. Well done, little soldier. Must admit you sound a lot better than you did last night. Well, yeah, a little bit better maybe. I didn't sleep particularly well. But anyway, we'll see. I'm not sure I'm going to be up to doing the Arsenal men's game later. Actually, I might just sit and watch that and chill. Just not too sure I'm up to doing 2 in a row today. But we'll see. Anyway, Man City now coming forward in midfield. This is good play again from Manchester City. That ball's over hit though. Oh, and Steph Catley overcommitted there to try and get it, and we've lost out. And Chloe Kelly can now come forward again. Ball played into Wolves. Bunny Shaw. Surely that's a foul on Lotta Woobermoy by Bunny Shaw. It is. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Terry says, I can't believe Arsenal's defending for the goal. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible defending. It was ridiculous. And, you know, you might get away with it in against certain teams, but a team of Man City's quality, you're never going to get away with defending like that. It was dreadful. Standing like statues. We've just given the ball away inside the penalty area. Lotta Woobermoy there had to stretch. Was it Zinsberger's ball out there? Really, really poor. Anyway, Arsenal got away with that. Leah Williamson now brings the ball forward, finds Noel Moritz over on that far side, plays up the line to Victoria Pulova, but good defending actually by Alex Greenwood it was. And now Manchester City can regain possession with Hasegawa. Long ball over the top looking for Chloe Kelly. Surely she's offside, but Zinsberger's out anyway. Clears it away. In fact, she wasn't offside. The flag stayed down. And Arsenal now do clear it away with Lotta Woobermoy. Long ball forward. Stina Blackstenius is after this. She's done well, Stina. She's had a good start to this game, Stina. Plays the ball square to Caitlin Ford. Held up well, though, Caitlin Ford. She's done well. And now she finds a fellow Australian, Steph Catley, on this near side. Plays the ball back to Rafaela. Plays it up the line to Steph Catley again. That's a good ball to Frida Marnham over on this near side. Defender slid in a little bit there, but Frida Marnham's done well and she's won a corner. Good play that from Frida Marnham. Brilliant stuff. Bongo Aguna says, not sure if it was a foul. Got away with another one there. No, I think it was a foul. I think she just got, it was Zinsberger with that terrible ball out. And Lotta Woobermoy was in trouble there, but she did really well to prevent Lauren Hemp getting another goal. And S77 official says this goalkeeper is useless. Well, she's not useless, but she's under pressure for her place after Sabrina D'Angelo had a great game the other night. Anyway, Kim Little now in possession for Arsenal. That corner didn't really come to much. Not a great delivery, actually. Man City cleared it away. The ball is now back with Zinsberger, all in sort of light blue, greeny sort of colour, I suppose you could say. Terry says, why did they drop D'Angelo? She's been on fire. Well, I don't suppose it's a matter of dropping her, is it? It's just a little bit of rotation. And Zinsberger has played in all the WSL games. I personally, when we said last night on the show, didn't we, that we felt that, D'Angelo could have started this game, but he's gone with Zinsberger. It wasn't her fault for the goal necessarily, although she could have maybe come and tried to claim that ball. Anyway, also coming forward now, Pullover on that far side. It's a good ball towards the edge of the box. It was flicked on. In fact, it was Noel Maritzo with a cross. It was flicked on by Pullover. But Man City get the ball away again. But Arsenal was starting to turn the screw here. Rafaela Souza up this near side. She's done really well. Can she get the cross in? She can towards the near post. Cleared away by Steph Houghton it was. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. But this is much better from Arsenal now. 15 minutes played here at the Academy Stadium. And although Arsenal 1-0 down, we are battling to try to get back into this game. Frida Marnham now in possession, plays it square to Kim Little. She's closed down, but she does well. Kim finds Rafaela Souza. It's a good run from her down this left-hand side. Lots of Wuba Moido plays it into Kim Little again, out to the far side. Leah Williamson, that free at the back, was caught out for the goal. A long ball in towards the penalty area there, but it's not a very accurate ball, unusually for Leah Williamson. Ellie Roebuck will come and claim that. We've played nearly 16 minutes here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. That very, very early goal from Lauren Hemp. But Arsenal have certainly got back into this game since. We've had 1 or 2 opportunities. And I certainly feel as though we can still get something out of this game. We can still win this game, let's be honest. It's such a long way still to go. And I think we're playing pretty well. We just made a couple of silly mistakes at the back. And that's what cost us the goal and 1 or 2 other moments. And Man City trying to play out from the back now and actually do well. It's now with Angel Dahl, Philippe Angel Dahl, the Swede, coming forward for Manchester City. Chloe Kelly again on this near side. Can she get another cross? It was her cross that led to the goal, but Rafaela Souza's a cross. It is going to be a corner though to Manchester City. It's quite an open game, this. Both teams really going for it when they get the ball, looking to get the ball forward quickly, create chances. And it could have been more than the 1 goal actually so far. But there's a really poor clearance there. Man City maybe claiming a penalty there, actually. A lot of Wuba Moy. She was caught out by that poor pass to her. Lauren Hemp got the ball. Yeah, maybe you could say that maybe should have been a penalty, actually, looking at the replay of that. We've maybe got away with that one there. Really poor play from Zinsberger. And in the end, Lotte Wuba Moy made a good challenge, but she did maybe catch Lauren Hemp and not the ball. Anyway, that corner comes in, headed out by Rafaela Souza. Has a gower with the shot, but it's gone high and wide over the crossbar. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Terry says there, Richard, you need a couple of hot toddies at half-time to get you through the second half. I still think we'll win 3-1. Well, we could still win 3-1. I don't see it being that sort of a game. As things stand at the minute, we need to get this equaliser quite quickly, I think, because the longer it stays at 1-0, the more Manchester City are going to we're going to have to push on a bit longer into the game, aren't we? And we could leave ourselves open. We have already to counter-attack. So I think we need to get ourselves level before half-time. And then we'll put ourselves in a good position, hopefully, then to go on and win the game. It was, of course, a late equaliser, wasn't it, last season that we got in stoppage time. Tobin Heath, got that goal, but Tobin Heath, of course, is now gone. So it's going to have to be somebody else to get the goal here today. Who will it be? If indeed we get one. We have struggled to score in the WSL. Anyway, Lauren Hemp now, a little bit of space over on that far side. That's a good ball across the 6-yard box. This time, Manu Zinsberger comes out and claims that. She should have done that for the goal maybe early in this game. But she came out for that one. Lauren Hemp it was with a crossover on the far side. Man City's front 3 are looking dangerous. All 3 of them have caused us problems in this game. That was a good ball looking for Chloe Kelly. Lauren Hemp there looking to repay the assist that she got for her goal. Anyway, Man City again have won the ball back high up the pitch. Lauren Hemp again. She played well the other night and she's got herself a goal in this game already. Man City in possession again. Play the ball up this near side with Kasperij. Plays it back. This is good possession from Manchester City now in the Arsenal half. Alex Greenwood plays it. Steph Houghton plays it back to Alex Greenwood now. Man City popping it around in midfield. Arsenal trying to press and force Man City into a mistake, but they're keeping the ball well here, Manchester City. That's a good ball as well to Angel Dahl. Plays it up this near side to Chloe Kelly. Steph Catley is come across there to try and block the cross. She does block the cross, and it's going to go into the arms of Manu Zinsberger, who does well there this time. Good handling from the Austrian. Probably does feel as though maybe her days as number one are numbered. Of course, her contract's up at the end of the season anyway, so she may well leave. And that's why we've bought D'Angelo, I'm sure, as a long-term replacement, and a very good goalkeeper she looks. Anyway, that's a decent ball there up the line for Steph Catley. Caitlin Ford's done well, really well, battling away there. Bongo Guna says our midfield seems to be struggling. Also, they are pressing very well. They are. They are indeed. Colonel says Richard rocking again. Well, you know, I'll try and be best. Anyway, it's a throw now to Arsenal on this near side. Steph Catley is going to take it, throws it infield to compatriot Caitlin Ford. She lays the ball back to Lotta Woobermoy inside the centre circle, pings it out to that far side to Leah Williamson. She's playing on the right of that front three. Rafaela on the left and Lotta Woobermoy in the centre. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal. Leah Williamson's going to take this over on that far side. Throws it in to midfield. Victoria Palova tries to turn away from Hasegawa there, but Man City do clear the ball away. Good play that was actually from Lotta Woobermoy. Well, she brought that ball down really well, found Rafaela Souza, and now Steph Catley on this near side. A little bit of space for the left back. It's a decent ball into midfield actually, but again, that was cut out well by Angel Dahl. They're working really hard, Manchester City. Plays the ball square into midfield, pinged out to that far side, looking for the run of Lauren Hemp again. She's definitely been a good outlet over on that side. Noel Moritz does well, though. In fact, does she? Because the referee's given a foul against Noel Moritz. Not quite sure if that was a foul, actually. Anyway, she went across there and she did catch it. Yeah, it was a foul. Fair enough. Yeah, it was a foul. But Lauren Hemp has certainly been a danger again, hasn't she, over on that far side. Really good outlet for Manchester City. We've played 21 and a half minutes, so we're coming down towards the halfway point of this first half. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. The most important thing is we don't concede a second goal, because if we do, then we are going to find it really difficult to get anything from this game. So we need to stay focused here. This free kick over on the far side. Alex Greenwood and Chloe Kelly are both over it. The two Lionesses, we know they've both got good set-piece deliveries. We've seen plenty of times from the pair of these two. Not sure who's going to take it. It looks like it might well be Chloe Kelly, actually, who's going to knock this ball in for Manchester City. It is a crossing towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Bunny Shaw tries to attack it. It comes onto the edge of the 6-yard box. It's fired over the top, actually, by, is it Laura Coombs? I think it was, with that effort. Arsenal didn't really deal with that. Again, not really great defending from Arsenal, you have to say, from that set piece. The ball was flicked on and it fell over on that far side there to... And actually, it was Alexandri, the fullback, getting forward. Left foot shot there over the top of the crossbar. And Arsenal survived that. Bongo Guna says Chelsea have scored against West Ham, have they? Okay, we're not really bothered, are we? To be fair, they're not playing in the same league as us anymore, really, are they? We're going for titles. They're just looking to try and get out of mid-table, aren't they? Anyway, Man City back in possession again inside the centre circle. Steph Houghton plays the ball forward. Man City are playing well, actually, in this game so far, and Arsenal having to work really hard to keep them at bay. Good defending again, though, by Rafaela Souza. Just gets ahead of Chloe Kelly, but it is a throw on this near side to Manchester City. We've played 23 minutes in this game. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. In fact, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal, is it? Manu Zinsberger has gone down injured. Not quite sure why. She's sitting on the floor, not looking very happy with life. And she looks as though she's got an injury, which isn't great, is it? And she's getting some treatment now. And the Manchester City players have come over to the bar side to get a drink. But they're just showing a goal again. Really, really poor defending from Arsenal. That is unacceptable at this level of football, you've got to say. You can't allow a player of Lauren Hemp's quality the freedom of the 6-yard box to tap home. Really, really terrible defending. But anyway, I don't quite know what the Arsenal defence was doing. Everyone just stood still and watched. Noel Moritz, probably the biggest player at fault. It's her player, isn't it, that's got through on that far side. Anyway, it is Lauren Hemp's goal. And Arsenal have got it all to do still here Manu Zinsberger is still getting some treatment actually on the pitch. Jonas is having a word there with the players as well. Need a little bit more from the girls, don't we, if we're going to find a way back into this game. Now Moritz is struggling a little bit at right back. Maybe that's going to be a change we might see at half time. Zinsberger is just having a little stretch as well. She's going to be okay for the time being. So let's hope that she is. It is going to be a throw to Manchester City when we get back up and underway, following that injury to Manu Zinsberger. She's just having a chat there with Leah Williamson, maybe just telling her the change of shape maybe that we're going to be doing now. Are we going to go to a flat back four? Maybe we'll see. But anyway, it's a throw to Manchester City on this near side, which they've taken now. The ball played back again to Alex Green, to Steph Horton. Sorry, she plays it back again to Ellie Roebuck, the Manchester City goalkeeper, just outside at the penalty area. Stina went to close her down and she just kicked the ball in to the centre of the pitch, but Arsenal won it back well. Rafaela Souza now in possession for Arsenal and goes back to the goalkeeper, Manu Zinsberger. She seems to be moving a little bit more freely now, following that bit of treatment. Actually had a bit of a stretch. Lotta Wilbermoy plays it into Leah Williamson, gets it back. Lotta strides forward out of defence. Oh, that's a poor ball. She's giving it straight to Bunny Shaw. Surely this is 2-0. Actually, that's a great save from Zinsberger there. Wow, terrible, terrible play that was there from Lotta Wilbermoy. Gave the ball straight to Bunny Shaw. Arsenal trying to play it out from the back. She had so much time in Lotta Wilbermoy. She did too much. And then when she tried to play the ball, it was a terrible ball. And Bunny Shaw really should have scored. She looked far too casual. Actually, that's a great save from Zinsberger. That's kept us in this game. Manu Zinsberger saved it with her leg. Managed to deflect it over the bar. But really, Bunny Shaw's got to score that chance. And that would have been possibly game over already. It is a corner to Man City, which they've taken quickly. Chloe Kelly now running at the Arsenal defence across to the far post. Try to find Lauren Hemp again over on that far side. But the ball was pinged at her far too quickly. And Caitlin Fall's come across there to try and win it back. Lauren Hemp's done really well, actually. Lauren Hemp's going to get a cross in towards the near post. It's headed out by Lotta Wilbermoy. Man City, the ball's back into the box again, but Manu Zinsberger's there. What a big save that is. Really, really big save that is. You almost backed Bunny Shaw to score. She did seem to be a little bit too casual there, actually, you have to say. Really casual she was. And that's maybe cost her there. And Arsenal again have given it away, playing out from the back. Leah Williamson it is, giving it straight to Chloe Kelly, running at the Arsenal defence again. Chloe Kelly across the box, another save by Zinsberger's legs. Arsenal are all over the place defensively here. But somehow we managed to survive again. I mean, Zinsberger's not had a great game, but she's just made two brilliant saves that's kept us in this game. That with her legs again. Bongo Goodness says, focus girls. Yeah, we're all over the place. That breaking play just a moment ago has seemed to disrupt us, actually, because we've literally been making far too many basic mistakes. Man City are coming forward again. Lauren Hemp over on that far side plays the ball back to Alexandri, and now it's with Alex Greenwood, pings it into midfield to Hasegawa. She's done well, Hasegawa, actually, again, but that ball's cut out well by Noel Moritz, plays it into midfield to Kim Little. That's a poor ball forward. Stina was maybe caught on her heels. Alex Greenwood steps in and brings it forward for Manchester City, but Noel Moritz deals with that one. Now it's played up that far side to Caitlin Ford. It's a good ball forward. Stina now has got a run in on that defence, but good defending across actually from Alex Greenwood there. She did pretty well. Managed to get it back to goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. But Terry says, what the hell is going on? Well, yeah, I'm not really sure. Really, really poor play from Arsenal. That was a mad 5 minutes. Almost cost us. We've got away with it. But Man City are coming forward again with Lauren Hemp. Chloe Kelly is making a run into the box along with Laura Coombs. Can she get a crossing? Good defending from Leah Williamson that time. Plays the ball back again. No, Man City. A shot comes in from distance. Again, another save from Manu Zinsberger. Arsenal are rocking here. Bongo Guna says our passing is horrendous. Well, it has been, yeah. We are really struggling at the minute to get the ball out. And again, it was Lauren Hemp causing the problems. That shot comes in from distance. And it's a good save again, actually, from... it was Angel Dahl with a shot, and Zinsberger just tipped that round the post. She's had a good couple of minutes here, Manu Zinsberger, after a shaky start. She's made 3 good saves now. But it's another corner to Manchester City. We need to get through this little spell, which has been terrible. But we need to get through this, and let's hope that we can stay in this game. The longer we stay in it at 1-0, we're going to give ourselves a chance, aren't we? Anyway, that's a poor cross that time, and Rafaela Souza clears it away. But Hasegawa was going to get there. She put on a bit of pressure there from Kim Little. Kim Little done really well. And in fact, she thought she was fouled, but Man City keep possession. And they're now going to try and come forward again over on that far side. We've played nearly half an hour. Arsenal have had their moments in this game, certainly going forward, but defensively we have been absolutely shocking, and we're quite fortunate not to be maybe 2 or 3 goals behind. Manu Zinsberger has certainly made some good saves in this game. She got that treatment, actually, funnily enough. She looked really shaky before that. Maybe she was carrying an injury early in the game, and now she feels a lot better. But anyway, Man City are in possession with Hasegawa, plays it back to Alex Greenwood, pings it into the centre circle. Now it's with Steph Horton, and she just plays it safely back to Ellie Roebuck. Oh, Ellie Roebuck took a risk there. Stina Blackstairs almost took the ball off her. Arsenal now pressing higher up the pitch, but Roebuck this time gets the clearance away. But Rafaela Souza's there. Good header. Finds at Steph Catley. Plays it up the line. That's a good ball to Victoria Pelova. Is she offside? I think the flag stayed down. Victoria... No, it hasn't. The flag has gone up. Victoria Pelova there. Looks as though she was going to be in on this near side. She's switched wings, actually, in the last few minutes. But they're just showing that there's chance there from Bunny Shaw. For a player with 17 goals this season, that is a simple one-on-one that really she does need to be scoring. But it is a good save, actually, from Zinsberger, you have to say. And that has kept us in the game. But we've just made 2 or 3 terrible mistakes at the back. And quite honestly, how we haven't conceded a goal, I'm not sure. But anyway, luckily we got away with it. And it is still only 1-0. And... yeah, let's see what happens. Anyway, Man City now coming forward again. Chloe Kelly's been a big influence. Plays the ball through to Bunny Shaw again. She's not going to miss this one, is she? Oh, she is. Another good save from Manu Zinsberger. Wow, she has had a brilliant 5 minutes, Zinsberger. We should be out. Man City should be out of sight in this game. Bunny Shaw again ran through a good ball from Chloe Kelly. She was in behind that Arsenal defence. It was a long ball played forward. Again, Arsenal defence just standing off and standing off. Bunny Shaw ran through the gap there. She got onto the end of that ball. Brilliant play from Zinsberger there, actually. Again, wow, what a performance she's having in this game. She's going to end up becoming player of the match at this rate. And that is a great save. Bunny Shaw again running in behind. Tries to take it round Manu Zinsberger. She was having none of that. And that's a really, really good save. And that's, again, kept us in this game. Kept us in with a chance. Bunny's gone down now, Bunny Shaw, after that challenge on her by Zinsberger. It wasn't a foul. There's no question that it was, but... yeah, what a 5 minutes it's been for the Arsenal goalkeeper here. Absolutely brilliant. We could be 4-0 down, and instead it's only 1-0, and that is largely down to the performance here of Manu Zinsberger. Bunny Shaw has gone down injured, actually. She's getting some treatment, and let's see what happens. I mean, it would be good news for us if she couldn't continue, because she's been a constant threat, hasn't she? But anyway, they're showing Jill Scott up in the director's box here, of course, a former Manchester City player, Jill Scott, and one of the Lionesses' heroine, from the summer, wasn't she? And of course, brilliant in I'm a Celebrity as well, wasn't she, Jill Scott? Anyway, Bunny Shaw's getting some extensive treatment on the pitch. It looks like a kind of a hip injury. It must have been the way that she fell there. I'm assuming that's probably what it was. Or is it a sort of a back injury, maybe? Anyway, Bunny Shaw is still getting some treatment. There's going to be quite a chunk of stoppage time at the end of this first half, because Zinsberger's had some treatment, and now Bunny Shaw's having some treatment as well. And the Jamaican has now missed 2 big chances for City to put them out of sight. But you have to give credit to Zinsberger. She has made 2 really, really good saves. And it is still just the 1-0 that we trail. Bunny Shaw is back on her feet again. Yeah, it's a lower back injury by the look of it. Manu Zinsberger there just goes across and offers some sympathy for that injury. But Jonas there speaking to his coaching team. Are they going to try to make a few adjustments at half time, maybe tactically? It's not really worked, has it, in this first half? The subs are warming up. Katie McCabe, Katarina Cole, a couple of others as well. Anyway, we're back underway now. Arsenal in possession over on the far side. Noel Moritz plays it back again to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Plays it to Manu Zinsberger, and that's Rafaela Souza. Gives it back again to the goalkeeper. Zinsberger goes long up that far side. Not a great ball though, actually. It's cut out. And Manchester City are back in possession. They've certainly been the better team in this first half, Man City. There's no doubt about that. But we're keeping ourselves in the game somehow by luck or by judgment. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we are still in it, and it is only 1-0, and anything can happen at 1-0. Has a go now. Oh, that's a bit of a loose back pass, but it's going to reach Ellie Roebuck, who clears away under a little bit of pressure from Caitlin Ford. But Arsenal have won the ball back now. Kim Little. We are struggling in midfield a bit. Someone put it in the chat, didn't they, before? I agree. We are struggling a little bit in midfield. And that's where Man City have maybe been on top. And that's a poor clearance that time from Manu Zinsberger. It's a throw to Manchester City on this near side. They go back to Steph Horton, plays it back to Ellie Roebuck. We've played 35 minutes, so we've got last 10 minutes of this first half. Frida Minam's trying to put Hasegawa under pressure, but she does well. The Japanese midfield player. Manchester City have won a throw on this near side. Leading 1-0. A very early goal it was from Lauren Hemp. Terrible, terrible defending from Arsenal, but we could easily be 3 or 4 behind. Chloe Kelly again trying to get in behind that Arsenal defence. Rafaela Souza's there, is she? No, she's not, because Chloe Kelly read the bounce well, gets a shot in, it comes off Souza. It's going to be another corner to Manchester City. They've had 4 or 5 corners in this first half. Arsenal just had 1. Kind of tells you the story of this game so far. Arsenal really are struggling to get into things now. And it's another corner to Manchester City. Anyway, it's a corner now. Chloe Kelly is going to take this. Steph Horton's come up. I'm sure she'd like a goal against her former side, wouldn't she, Steph? Anyway, it's going to be Chloe Kelly with this corner on the near side. Plays it short again. They've done this quite a lot, these short corners. Alex Greenwood plays the ball square to Hasegawa. She's had a good game, Hasegawa, actually, in midfield for Manchester City. And Chloe Kelly now has again got some space on this near side, but Kim Little this time steps in. Does really well, Kim Little, taking the captain's responsibility. And that's a long ball forward, actually, over on that far side. It's going to come to Stina Blackstenius, is it? Not quite. It was good defending in the end there by Alexandri. And it is going to be a throw, though, to Arsenal, looking to try to get a counter-attack. In fact, it was Kasperich there with that. She'd come across from right back over to the left-hand side to deal with that ball. It is a throw to Arsenal now. Rafaela Souza inside at the centre circle. Can Arsenal find an equaliser? That might change the whole perspective of this game if Arsenal can get level before half-time. But we're going to have to step our game up if we're going to do that, because we have been under pressure for large parts of this first half. Steph Catley now on this near side, a little bit of space, but closed down quickly again. That's been a feature for Man City, how quickly they've been closing us down. And again, we're forced back to Manu Zinsberger. Lots of Wubenwhite gives it back to the goalkeeper. Then she comes up this near side for Steph Catley. A little bit of space for the Australian. Plays the ball forward, but Hasegawa's in again for Manchester City. We're on our heels a little bit in midfield at times in this game. That's gone out there, surely. No, the referee says no. And Man City play on. Hasegawa looked like it went out for a throw to Arsenal, but Manchester City are keeping possession now. If they do score from here, it could be a little bit controversial. It did look as though it had gone out of play, the ball there on the near side, right in front of Arsenal's dugout. And Jonas was making that point. Anyway, Man City have just kept possession inside their own half now. 38 minutes nearly on the clock. 38 minutes of, a lot of it's been quite poor from Arsenal, but now we've got an opportunity to come forward over on the far side. If we can keep ourselves on side. In fact, there's overrun that ball slightly now. In fact, it is a free kick. Caitlin Ford it was, did well again over on that far side. She's been playing over on that right-hand side. It was Hasegawa with the foul. She's had the most touches in this first half. Not surprising. She's had a really good game. The little Japanese midfield player for Manchester City. It is going to be a free kick, though, to Arsenal. Can we get ourselves level before half-time? That may well change the whole complexion of this game. The free kick is over on that far side, about 15 yards in from the touchline. It's, only about, 25 yards inside the Manchester City half. But an opportunity to maybe swing that ball in towards the penalty area. Lots of Ruben Moyes in there. Rafaela's in there. Blackstenius is in there. We've got the bodies in. That's not a bad ball, actually. Flicked on by Manchester City. It's going to be a goal, is it, from Souza? No, it isn't. It was a good save, actually, from Ellie Roebuck there. The ball was flicked on. It looked like it came off a Manchester City defender, actually. It looked like it was going to fall for Rafaela Souza at the far post, but Ellie Roebuck got there, actually. Good goalkeeping from her. Looked as though Sousa was going to be in for a second. Rajan was in the chat. Hey, my friend. He says, "Hi, Rich. Listening to your commentary. Good man. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Not a great performance so far, is it, from Arsenal, unfortunately? But you know, we've kept ourselves just about in the game at 1-0 down, and we had a little chance there maybe to get level. We're into the last 6 minutes now of the first half, and if we can find an equaliser, again, it's Hazard has done really well. She's been the best player on the pitch actually so far in this first half. Kim Little, though, trying to influence the game for Arsenal in a more positive way now. She's done well. Kim Little plays the ball to Steph Catley on this near side. The fewest touches of Victoria Pelova and Stina Blackstenius have had the fewest touches. That's because we've not got the ball forward for them. I don't blame either of those two for that. They're just not getting the service. That ball played over the top again wasn't a great ball, but it does come over to the far side. Noel Moritz now plays it back to Leah Williams and Arsenal enjoying a little bit of a spell of possession now. And now it's with Rafaela Sousa steps forward from the back, plays the ball square to Frida Marnham. Now this is much better from Arsenal. Kim Little's done really well in midfield, plays the ball out that far side. This is good. Caitlin Ford, can she get across in? She can to Stina, tries to flick it on. It hits a defender, does it? No, it didn't. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick. That was better from Arsenal, though, actually. Nice play. Kim Little there, played it out to that far side to Caitlin Ford. First time cross, and it was looking for the head of Stina, but it was always behind her and she couldn't get her head round it. And in the end, it's just bounced off her and gone behind for a goal kick to Manchester City into the last 4.5 minutes of the first half. Not been a great first half from Arsenal, if we're totally honest. But we have had one or two moments, one or two opportunities that we could have done better with. And it could change the whole complexion of this game. But it looks as though we're going to go in at half-time training. But that's a poor goal kick, actually, from Ellie Roebuck there. The ball's played forward. It's flicked on by Stina, but no Arsenal player near enough really to her. And it's rolled back through to Ellie Roebuck again. This time she's going to kick the ball out of her hands, you would imagine. Or is she going to roll it short? No, she takes it, bounces it, and then she kicks it long up towards halfway. Bunny Shaw there, but good header from Lotta Wubben-Moy. Again, it falls to Hazagawa in midfield. She can't get the ball off her. She's just had a brilliant first half. The ball's now played over to that far side, and Man City again looking to get the second goal. Stina, though, steps in well there. Good play from, was it Frida Marnham, actually? Sorry. Kim Little, though, again put under pressure. They've nullified Kim Little pretty well, actually, in midfield in this first half, Man City. And again, they've got the ball, played it to this near side to Kasparij. The Dutch defender plays it forward to Chloe Kelly, and now it's gone back to Steph Houghton, the Manchester City captain. Again, it's with Hazagawa in midfield, pops that ball off. And then Rafaela Sousa steps in. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Caitlin Ford with it, plays it up the line, looking for Frida Marnham. Again, Hazagawa's there, takes the ball off her. Wow, brilliant play again from her. A great performance from her so far in this game, and that's where Arsenal need to get a grip in the midfield. That's where this game's being won and lost at the moment. But that was a poor ball forward. Lotta Wubben-Moy steps in, but Bunny Shaw takes the ball off her. Referee says that wasn't a foul. Rafaela Sousa comes across. Is this a chance? Plays it square. It's going to be 2-0. It is 2-0. Chloe Kelly with the finish. And again, it was terrible defending from Arsenal. And we've got what we deserved in this first half. You have to say, we've been awful defensively. Again, we gave the ball away in a dangerous position. It was Lotta Wubben-Moy again. Bunny Shaw just took the ball off her, ran into the penalty area, squared it across the 6-yard box. There's two Man City players who could have scored. Either of them could have scored. Where's the Arsenal defending there? Absolutely terrible. Steph Catley was caught the wrong side of Chloe Kelly. There's Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly in there. Either of them could have scored. It's Chloe Kelly with the goal. And Lotta Wubben-Moy has just been bullied there by Bunny Shaw, who she may have missed two big chances, but she's just laid that on a plate for Chloe Kelly. Arsenal in trouble in this game. Are we in trouble in the title race? Is it all over for us already this season? Are we not going to be winning the WSL once again? It is Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. Chloe Kelly with a goal and an assist. NA says there, Sabrina would have dealt with that first goal. Yeah, I agree. Manu just froze despite the ball literally being in front of her. Yeah, she's made a few good saves since, but I agree 100%. And Bongo Guna says there, Lotta has to come off half-time. Yeah, she's made far too many mistakes in this game defensively. It's not just her, but yeah, she's been culpable of 2 or 3 really poor errors. And it was her mistake there that's led to the second goal. And Arsenal are really in trouble in this game. And we may be facing our second defeat to the Manchester clubs in the WSL this season. we shall see. There's still time for a comeback, but we've really threatened a goal much in this first half, have we? Let's be honest. Lots of Woobenboy again. I don't think this three at the back's worked. I would change it at half time, go four at the back, take Lotta off, and maybe bring Katie McCabe on perhaps, or Catherine Cole even. Anyway, Rafaela Souza now. If we can get a goal back before half time, you never know. Lots of Woobenboy now inside the centre circle, plays it out that far side. Noel Moritz plays it square to Leah Williamson. Man City just sitting off a little bit now. They've got the 2-goal lead. Stina Blackstenius over on that far side. She's done well. Stina Blackstenius plays the ball back to Noel Moritz. Leah Williamson there. That's a terrible cross from Leah Williamson, just up in the air. And Manchester City want this more than us at this moment in time. Bunny Shaw again steps in. That's not a great clearance from her, actually. And Arsenal are going to pick up possession. NA says we're not beating Bayern Munich, who are a better side than City. Well, we'll see. It's a different game, isn't it? It's, you never know. You never know. Anyway, Kim Little's just gone down with a bit of an injury. And Arsenal are in trouble in this game, you have to say. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. We've just got into that now. But I think we just need half time to come and we can regroup, reorganise and try a different way of playing, because this just has not worked at all. Especially defensively, it's been shocking, actually. Absolutely shocking. And yeah, we're pretty much getting what we deserve in this game. And Chloe Kelly has been at the heart of everything for Manchester City, an assist and a goal for her. And that one was the fault there of, well, lots of Woobenboy mainly. But Chloe Kelly with another simple finish. 2 simple finishes for Manchester City in this game. And we are looking at a second defeat and a third WSL game without a win since the turn of the year, since the restart. We can't win a league game. We can't score a goal. We've only scored that 1 penalty so far in 2.5 games nearly. And it's all, the wheels are starting to come off for this team in the league, certainly. In the cup competitions, we're going well, aren't we? But we play Chelsea in a couple of weeks' time in the FA Cup. That's going to be tough, isn't it? We're going to have to play much better than we have today. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens. There's going to be a drop ball because of that injury to Kim Little. We're going to get a bit more stoppage time. Rajendra says it looks like Lotta's mind is not on the game. Well, I'm not really sure. She's just made a few basic mistakes, hasn't she? NA says, the moment I saw the lineup, I saw what was coming. This is on. Yeah, I don't think there's too much problems with the lineup, really. It just hasn't worked, has it? Defensively in particular. The 3 at the back worked the other night, didn't it? But it hasn't done today. Anyway, Steph Catley now. I don't know why Noel Moritz was playing. I think that was a mistake. I kind of agree with you there. Anyway, Leah Williamson now. Another poor ball from her, actually. She's had a terrible first half as well. We have to say, Lotta's going to get most of the stick because her big mistake cost that second goal. But Leah Williams has been poor as well. I'm not quite sure how fit she is. Anyway, also coming forward now, as Caitlin Ford on this near side. If we get a goal back now, it could make all the difference. Caitlin Ford inside the penalty area for Arsenal. Plays the ball back to Leah Williamson. But again, she's lost the ball, Leah Williamson. Man City have got a counter-attack on now. This could be a third goal. Bunny Shaw's run offside. She has run through on goal, but she is offside. And Zinsberger's there anyway. But again, Leah Williamson, really, really poor from her. Yeah, terrible. Rajendra says, how did we beat them in the cup? Well, because we just played a lot better. That's why. And today we're just not at it at all. Are we tired from that game the other night? Because we did give a lot. I don't know. Anyway, we're coming forward again. Stina Blackstenius in behind, inside the penalty area. Stina Blackstenius. She's offside again. She likes to play on the back, doesn't she, of the last defender? But she's far too often offside, Stina, you have to say. And she was offside again there. We have played 3.5 minutes of the 4 stoppage time, but we have had Kim Little's injury since then as well. So I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit more. Munian says, this Jonas is a joke. No, he's not. I don't totally think it's his fault. yes, he's got to take some responsibility, of course. But it's not even half time yet. Let's see what happens in the second half. This is when we're gonna see what Jonas is all about in the second half. Can he change it? Anyway, Bunny Shaw coming forward now. It could be all over before half time. Bunny Shaw running at Arsenal defence, tries a shot, good defending. Kim Little gets the block in, and Noel Moritz can clear it away. Rajandra says Noel Moritz is much slower. Yes, she is. She's much slower, and you have to wonder what that decision was about. That's the shock one for me. Against Lauren Hemp. Anyway, Man City have got a throw over on that far side. We've played more than the time allocated. We knew there'd be a bit more time. We've played 4.5 minutes of stoppage time. We still play on. Man City attacking over on that far side, and Arsenal struggling to get the ball. And again, it's Lauren Hemp with across the walls and near post. Rafaela Souza's there, a header. Leah Williamson this time just scoots the ball away. But yeah, Arsenal have been terrible defensively. And we are coming down towards half-time. Leah Williamson had a poor game as well. And we find ourselves 2-0 down, and that is what we deserve to be. In fact, we're lucky it's only 2-0 in many ways. Anyway, Arsenal now are going to pick the ball up. Caitlin Ford very deep, lays it off to Lotta Woober-Moy, looks for Steph Catley. And Arsenal just not really at the races at all now. Man City pressing us all over the place. And Steph Catley does well, actually, there to keep possession. Rafaela Souza dinks the ball forward, looking for Caitlin Ford, but Man City again win the ball back. Caitlin Ford's done well, as you know she hasn't, because she's given away a free kick on Angel Dahl. Magnificent Jafar says, I told you about Jonas. He is just stubborn at times. Why play Leah Williamson at the DM when you have a natural player cool sitting on the bench? Why play Moritz when Laura's been good? Yeah, that's the shock one for me. Anyway, Arsenal still can't get the ball away. And Caitlin Ford actually does some good defensive work there, and she's won a throw for Arsenal. Lots of Woober-Moy being put under more pressure, and I'll be quite surprised if she comes out for the second half. It's actually a throw to Manchester City. We've played 5-6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. There won't be much left now, you wouldn't imagine. And Arsenal defensively haven't coped with Manchester City's front three at all. In fact, there goes a half-time whistle. It's been an extremely poor first half from Arsenal. Didn't get off to the best start, did it? Just 3 minutes in, when Lauren Hemp had the freedom in a 6-yard box to tap home Chloe Kelly's cross. Arsenal had 1 or 2 moments, but Man City were a much better team. Bunny Shaw missed 2 chances, 2 good saves from Manu Zinsberger. She made another good save as well from, I can't remember the other shot, actually, Alexandria, I think it might have been. But before half-time, Chloe Kelly made it 2-0. Lotta Woober-Moy with a mistake. Bunny Shaw with the assist. And Chloe Kelly tapped home. It's 2-0 to Man City. It could be 3 or 4. And we're quite fortunate to still be in this game, but we need to step up in the second half. That wasn't very good at all. Terry says that's the worst half of football I've seen our girls play. We don't seem to be up for this. Is it tiredness or bad tactics? I mean, I think it's probably the worst first half since we played Manchester United at the Emirates. I thought that was a terrible first half as well. We're only 1-0 down on that occasion, and we did come back to lead 2-1 before losing that game. But yeah, I think this is up there with that, isn't it? Those 2 first halves have been terrible. Is it tiredness? Yes, possibly. We look a bit a sharpness issue. Is it? Don't forget, you know, we did play extra time the other night. Yes, they did as well, I suppose. But anyway, we can't make excuses, can we? You know, it's just really, really poor. Rajendra says get Leah back into right back and Laura on. Leah into centre back, you mean? Yeah, that's right. And get Laura on, I agree. Bongo Gona says bad first half. Let's get a Stina hat-trick in the second. Well, we need something in the second half, don't we? We've not really had too many chances. Jafar says I told you the title is done. We've just thrown out this game. I don't know if we've thrown it out. We just haven't played very well. Jonas needs to take some of the blame on this game with his performance. Chelsea will be licking their fingers. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, it has been terrible. You're right. I mean, we can't disguise the fact that it's been a terrible first half. This from Arsenal, defensively in particular, and we've not offered anywhere near enough threat going forward, have we? Let's be honest. It's been quite dreadful. Anyway, I need to get a drink and maybe take some paracetamol as well, because that performance isn't making me feel any better, I've got to be honest. But stay with us. I will be back very soon for the second half. Hopefully, a better second half performance. So stay with us. We'll be back very soon. It is half-time here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. And it's Arsenal that are lucky. It's only 2, let's be honest. It was poor. But as D. Ree once said, things can only get better from here. and I'm sure they will in the second half. So stay with us, and hopefully we can bring you a magnificent Arsenal second half comeback to win this game. But it's going to take something extraordinary, isn't it, after that first half? Let's be honest. It is Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp with the goals, and Arsenal just have to be better, much better in the second half. So stay with us, back very soon, and yes, let's hope for a better performance. Hello, hello, I'm back. How you doing? Looking forward to a better second half. Let's hope so, because that was not great, was it? We had a couple of comments have come in since I've been away. But James says it must be bad to give you a headache. I had a headache before we started, so it's not the game that's done it, unfortunately. Wayne says, yeah, to be fair, it's Chelsea's WSL. I'm not even convinced by anyone else. No, I agree. He said, Man United beat us at the Emirates and then lost to Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. Chelsea win the games they have to win, don't they? They do it all the time. So you know that's going to happen. And this is the sort of game that Chelsea will win. You know, they'll go to Man City and they'll win, won't they? I mean, we still might. It's going to take a massive effort, though, isn't it? But yeah, you're right. I agree. I think Chelsea will win the league again. We'll have to get revenge in the cup. If we knock them out in a couple of weeks' time, the FA Cup opens it up for us, doesn't it? And then who knows? We've got the Continental Cup as well to come, final. We'll have to see, but that was poor. I've got a Yorkie, by the way. I might have man flu, but I'm not ill enough not to eat the Yorkie at half time. Definitely not. So, will there be any changes at half time? What do we think? We have to see. Anyway, don't forget, the good news is Matt is doing a vlog of the game. So no matter how bad things are, we'll have Matt's vlog later to cheer us up. And it will cheer us up because it's always great fun. So we'll see what happens there. But we're getting ready for the second half now, and the players still aren't out yet. In fact, just as we say that, Man City emerge from the tunnel. So, have Arsenal made any changes at half time? We certainly need to, I think. Jill Scott has got a presentation on the pitch at half time to commemorate her appearances for Manchester City. Incredible career that she had, of course, accumulating in that final of the Euros. You know, what a great summer that was. And unfortunately for us today, it's two of those Lionesses heroes that have got the goals to put us 2-0 behind. Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly. Of course, we cheered throughout the summer, didn't we? But we're not cheering them so much today. Anyway, let's see what happens in the second half. It is only half time. We can still get back into this game. Anyway, Noel Moritz is still out there. So she hasn't come off. Which looked to be one of the substitutions I would make. In fact, we have made two. Leah Walty and Katie McCabe are both coming on, which I think we kind of mentioned those two, didn't we? I think Lotte Rubenmoy must be one of the ones who's gone off, surely. That was a really, really poor first 45 minutes from her. And I wonder who else has gone off, actually. Yeah, Lotte Rubenmoy's gone off. Leah Walters, come on, Leah, back from injury. We've missed you in that midfield. There's no doubt about that in that first half. Katie McCabe is coming on as well, who's gone off. Caitlin Ford. Not a great performance from Caitlin Ford, not really a fault necessarily, but Katie McCabe's on, and I'm sure she's going to give everything, isn't she? So it looks like we're going back to a back four. It's going to be our strongest back four, pretty much. Apart from maybe Noel Moritz at right back, I think Laura's probably better. But anyway, it's going to be Noel Moritz, Leah Williamson, Rafaela Souza, Steph Catley as a back four. Leah Walsh is going to step into midfield alongside Kim Little, which is going to free up Frida Marnham a little bit, you'd imagine. And obviously, Katie McCabe is going to be playing over on this right-hand side instead of Caitlin Ford. We are back off and underway. Arsenal are attacking the goal to the right in this second half. And immediately put under pressure there, but Leah Walsh does well. Gets the ball out to that far side. An early goal back might make all the difference, mightn't it? Shows the momentum of this game. Leah Walsh straight away in possession, plays the ball out that far side. Steph Catley plays it up the line. Frida Marnham it is. Can she get a cross in? It's deflected behind, is it? Or is she offside? In fact, I think she may have been offside. In fact, she was offside. Man City playing quite a high defensive line, aren't they? And we keep getting caught out by it. Oh, dear. I do apologise for my cold. But anyway, I'm sure I'll be better soon. Terry says there, my biggest worry is to win. You need to score goals, and we're struggling big time at the moment. Putting the ball in it. Yeah, we are. We've been struggling to create too many chances in this game, actually, you have to say. Anyway, Terry says, welcome back, Leah Walsh. Indeed, yeah, good to see her back in the team. She's had a few weeks injury problems, but she's back. She makes it all tick, doesn't she? So we definitely missed her in that first half. Maybe she should have started this game. Anyway, Leah Williamson back in her more natural centre-back position, playing in a 2. So you'd imagine that that's going to be where she's going to be able to play a lot better, because I say that first half, that's probably the poorest I've seen Leah Williamson ever play for years, maybe ever. So let's hope she can settle down in the second half and produce a much more accomplished performance in her usual position at the back, rather than playing in a 3, very sort of wide on the right-hand side. Steph Catley plays that ball up the line, looks for Victoria Pelova. And you do say if Arsenal can get a goal back fairly early in this second half, who knows? We may have a chance. And we've certainly had more possession at the start of this second half than we did in the last 15 minutes of that first half, where we were lucky not to concede a couple more goals. Anyway, we're coming forward again over on that far side. Steph Catley plays the ball up the line to Victoria Pelova, lays it back to Leah Walsh now. Rafaela Souza plays it square to Leah Williamson. This is better from Arsenal. This is much more like our old shape. Long ball over the top from Leah, looking for the run of Frida there, but Frida maybe didn't anticipate that well enough, and it's gone all the way through to goalkeeper Ellie Roebuck. We've played 2.5 minutes of the second half. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2. A goal at either end of the first half from Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly, the 2 Lioness heroines for Manchester City in that first half, and they've played well. But Arsenal now looking slightly different shape. Maybe should have changed that a bit earlier. Man City are coming forward again. That's always going to be the danger. We're going to have to push on to try to get a goal back, and it's going to leave us vulnerable, isn't it? Hasegawa had a great first half, lays the ball off here over on this near side. Man City looking to get the third goal that would seal it. There's no doubt now, isn't there? At 2-0, we've got a little bit of a chance still, but the next goal, either way, could decide where this game goes. Chloe Kelly over on that far side, whips another cross in, looking for Bunny Shaw. Good defending by Rafaela Souza at the near post, which is what you need from her. Katie McCabe now plays the ball out to Steph Catley. That ball's played forward there. Victoria Pelova tried to lay it off to Katie McCabe, but Man City come back at us, but Chloe Kelly there tried to cut inside, and then Lauren Hempers just ran into goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger there, and just given her a little bit of a added to her injury problems. Not a great challenge actually from from Hemp there. Anyway, played 49 minutes, and Arsenal looking to try to find a way back from the brink of what would be a very, very damaging defeat here at the Academy Stadium in Manchester. Don't forget the Arsenal men are playing as well later on at 3 o'clock against Brentford. I was going to do a watch along, but I've got to be honest, I'm not feeling up to it. I'm just going to watch that game and not do the watch along of that one, unfortunately. I'm just not feeling very well, so we'll just get through this game. Anyway, we're back in now, and it is Stina Blackstenius. It's got alongside into the penalty area. Oh, she's hit the post. Oh, no, it's hit the post, and then it's hit the defender and gone wide. that was the moment there for Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius got in. This time she was onside. Good run. She got round the wrong side of the defender there. Alex Greenwood. She got into the penalty. She did really well. Hit the post. It came back, hit the goalkeeper actually, and gone wide. That was the moment there for Arsenal. So lucky for Manchester City there. Stina there has done really well. She is good at those situations. Just couldn't quite get it in that bottom corner. And it's gone behind. It is going to be a corner, though. Unlucky Stina. Really, really good play that was from her. And that rebound could have gone anywhere, but it hit Ellie Roebuck, and it has gone behind for a corner. A corner comes in. Man City scramble it clear, but not very far. Only out as far as Katie McCabe. Kim Little now put under pressure from Hasegawa. She's won the ball back for Manchester City. Hasegawa, if she doesn't get player of the match in this game, I'll be absolutely stunned. She has been absolutely magnificent, and she's just got possession again and played the ball out to that far side. But that was Arsenal's chance to get back in it. I mean, hopefully it won't be the last chance that we have, but that was the biggest chance we've had in this game so far. Brilliant run from Stina. That's what she's good at. It was a great ball from Leah Williamson, I think it was, over the top. She got in behind Alex Greenwood. Showed great pace and strength, ran into the box, and it was very unlucky with the finish there. She took it quite early, the shot. It did beat the keeper, Ali Roebuck, who was flat-footed, hit the post. It's come back, hit the goalkeeper, could have gone in, but instead rolled just wide. Incredible run that was. Kim Little still got blood coming from her mouth, actually, following that first half injury. And she may well need to go and get that sorted out. In fact, she's going to have to go off and get that sorted out. I think it's an injury from the first half, isn't it? Rajendra says there, finally Stina's showing her speed. Well, I mean, she needs the right service. What's happening is sometimes the balls are played too late and she's already made the run and she's offside. That ball was played perfectly for her. She was so unlucky there, actually. But that's what she's good at. You give her the right service and she will produce the goods. And she showed there, yes, she didn't score, but she was so unlucky. And that's what we need to see a bit more of if we're going to get back into this game. Man City have played a high line. If Stina can get in behind, then there's every chance that we can get a goal back. And I say the next goal in this game is crucial. That corner for Man City, by the way, didn't come to anything. Zinsberger's got the ball in her hands and Kim Little can come back on. We did have to defend that without Kim, actually. Anyway, Leah Williamson is looking a little bit more settled now, playing in defence as part of the two centre-backs. Looking a lot more comfortable. It's her ball that set Stina away for what should have been maybe the goal. S77 official says Jonas is not good enough. Oh, we've just lost the ball again. High up the pitch, Leah Walshy that time. Bunny Shaw plays it square to Chloe Kelly. Good defending, though, from Leah Williamson that time. Arsenal scrambled that away. Jonas is good enough. No philosophy. I think you mean he's not good enough is what you're trying to say. I disagree. I do think Jonas has got what it takes. But yes, he's got a couple of things wrong today with the team selection. There's no doubt about that. He has, and again we got caught. That was Leah Walshy that time in possession. S77 says under him we might relegate. I don't think we'll ever get relegated, will we? Let's be honest. We're going to come first or second. I still think. But this season is going to be tough in the WSL. Just to get back in at the Champions League is going to be tough, isn't it? Rajendra says that's the fastest I've seen. And no, she does that a lot, right, Reg? She gets in behind a lot. Usually what happens is you don't see her run onto the ball because the flag goes up for offside because the ball hasn't come in quickly enough. But on the occasions that she has, you remember that goal against Man United last year when she ran through? She's got a lot of pace and she's got a lot of strength. And that is where she's dangerous in those positions. That's where we need to get her more often. If we get her in those positions more, she will get a lot more goals. She's got 10 goals this season. She's got 17 goals in her first year or so at the club. So come on, she's doing well, and it's a good opportunity for her today to try and help us turn this game around. She got the winner in the semi-final the other night. Anyway, it's a free kick to Man City over on that far side. I think it might have been Katie McCabe with the foul, or was it Leah Walshy maybe? Anyway, it is a free kick to Manchester City. And it is going to be an opportunity for them to get the ball into the Arsenal box again. We've played 9 minutes of the second half, but the biggest chance of the second half did fall to Arsenal, did fall to Stina Blackstenius, but she hit the post. Unfortunate there from Stina. I'm sure she'll bury the next one. If we get another opportunity, I'm sure we will. Anyway, this free kick's over on that far side, about 5 yards in from the touchline. Can we deal with this ball. In fact, it was a poor free kick actually, and Arsenal picked the ball up, and now we've got a chance for a counter-attack potentially. Oh, but good defending actually by Alex Greenwood. It was her poor free kick, and she won the ball back well. But Arsenal again have tried to win the ball back, and we have again in our defensive third. Man City pressing us high, but now we've done well there. In fact, we won a free kick. Katie McCabe was fouled. Terry says there, if you feed Stina the right ball, she is deadly, and we just don't feed her the right balls. We seem to keep pushing her out wide instead of down the middle. Yeah, we do it also as well. I think when she makes them runs through the middle, we play the ball too late, and she's already made the run, and she's offside. The ball's got to come through first time. We've got to get the ball, bang it first time, and she'll get onto it 9 times out of 10. There's been a yellow card there for Alex Greenwood, actually, for that foul on... I don't know who was it she fouled. Was it Katie McCabe? Yeah, it was Katie McCabe. Regenda says that obviously the critic has what it takes, and he's not manager for the club. Well, no, you know, obviously it's easy for us to give our opinions, isn't it? We haven't got to do the job. I agree, and I think Jonas will be a successful manager for Arsenal. You know, we're coming forward again now, just on the edge of the box. We've won the ball back. Katie McCabe plays it square. It's been a much better second half, you have to say, from Arsenal. There's no doubt about that. We've played much better in the second half, but we are still 2 goals behind. We do need to find a goal from somewhere. Just that 1 goal in the WSL in 2023, and that was a penalty from Kim Little against Chelsea. Of course, we've missed a lot of chances so far. Anyway, we've got the ball up this near side. Katie McCabe battling away battling away for the ball. Lauren Hemp comes away with it, finds Bunny Shaw. This is a danger for Arsenal. Steph Catley's done well defensively there, is she? In fact, Manu Zinsberger there dives at the feet of Chloe Kelly. She got a shout there. No, Steph Catley from the goalkeeper, and Zinsberger gets there. And Arsenal now again trying to come forward. Noel Moritz plays the ball back to Leah Williamson. If we can get the next goal, I think we've got a chance. Again, that's the same ball over the top. This time it's for Katie McCabe up this near side. Can Katie McCabe get there? She's done well, Katie McCabe. Really strong from her. And she finds Kim Little. That's good play. But Lauren Hempstead, again, just takes the ball off Kim Little. Lauren Hempstead had a great game, actually. As much as we don't like to admit it, she certainly has done. Leah Williamson steps in there well. Noel Moritz now. Man City have been very, very physical in this game. And, in fact, there's a foul there by Laura Coombs, who's going to get herself a yellow. Oh, is it Lauren Hempstead getting a yellow card? Not really sure who it was there. Referee just dished out a yellow card there in the direction of a couple of Manchester City players. Anyway, Katie McCabe was fouled again. And it isn't Katie McCabe with a yellow card, surprisingly enough. I'm sure she'll get one. She's only been on the pitch for 12 minutes. So there's plenty of time for her to get a yellow card yet. The half-time substitute. But she's been fouled a couple of times here. Leah Williamson did well initially. And it was Lauren Hemp with a foul, I think it was. So I think it might have been Lauren Hemp that got booked. Anyway, Arsenal now. In fact, Katie McCabe did get booked. I'm not sure what Katie McCabe got booked for. Anyway, Katie McCabe has got booked, so it didn't take her long, did it? There you go. To be fair, says Terry, Jonas, with the injuries we've had and still have any team. So, no, you're right, exactly. This free kick though into the box. A header from Rafaela Souza. It's in! Rafaela Souza's got a goal back. What an important goal that could be. It didn't look like it had gone in there, but a free kick. Rafaela Souza it is with the header, and it's found its way into the bottom corner. How big is that goal going to be for Arsenal? The free kick came in. Souza's got there, and it looked like it was going to drift wide, but it just drifted in that far corner there, and suddenly Arsenal are right back in this game. So it's Rafaela Souza's header from the free kick, and suddenly now, wow, we are game on. 58 minutes played. Rafaela Souza's second goal of the season, third goal for the club. Another great header that was. Brilliant, brilliant header. She wanted that ball more than the Man City defenders. It looked like it was going to drift just wide of the far post. I think Ellie Roebuck thought it was as well. And it went into the bottom corner, and suddenly Arsenal have a lifeline in this game. And already in the second half, we've scored and hit the post. Oh, the ball played up this near side, looking for Katie McCabe. Anyway, Terry says, if Jonas had managed to bring in Russo, our goal scoring wouldn't be a problem. Terry says, Rafa, indeed. No, you're right. I mean, you've got to bear in mind, Beth Mead and Viviana Miedemeier, any team in the world is going to struggle missing two players like that for such a long time. And, you know, in the circumstances, you have to say that we've done as well as we could expect to do. And the new signings are going to take a bit of time to settle in, aren't they? Anyway, Arsenal given a massive boost by that goal. We said the next goal could be crucial. There's still over half an hour left to play. Are Arsenal going to stage a dramatic comeback here at the Academy Stadium? It's a stadium that we generally don't do particularly well in, but we've given ourselves a lifeline here with that header from Rafaela Souza. What a great header it was. That's what she's good at, isn't she? Attacking the set pieces. And she got herself a goal there. And suddenly now Arsenal are back in this game. And you have to say the second half performance has been good. The first 15 minutes of the second half, we played well. And we are now right back in this. And you suddenly feel that we could actually get something from this game. Leah Williams, that's much better ball from her over on that far side. Arsenal now coming forward with a lot more purpose. Can we get level? And we still have plenty of time to win it. Steph Catley plays it into Victoria Pelova. Victoria Pelova's cross is deflected towards the near post there. Stina was in there looking for anything that fell to her. But Man City did manage to scramble it away. Not very far, though. Leah Walty in possession, but she's lost out there to Bunny Shaw. Look a little bit rusty, Leah Walty, actually, you have to say, so far in this game. She's been caught in possession a couple of times, which is unusual. But she hasn't played for a while. And it's very difficult coming on in a game anyway, isn't it? Let alone when you've not played for a while. Anyway, ball played forward. There, it's deflected, and it is going to run through. Is it going to be a corner to Arsenal? No, it isn't. Kasperich has managed to keep that in. But suddenly Arsenal are on the front foot now, looking extremely dangerous. But Man City have picked the ball up. So we'll see what happens. But Man City in possession over on that far side. But it's been a really, really good second half. You know, we were questioning Jonas, or some of us were more than others, but the sign of a good manager is realising that things have gone wrong. You've made a few bad calls and you've changed it at half time. That's what he's done. He's made 2 physical substitutions. He's changed the shape of the team and it's worked. We played much better. Yes, it begs the question, why didn't we start a game like this? Because if we had, you know, we may well be winning. But anyway, you know, you can't deal with what's past. You can only deal with what's in front of you. And Jonas has done well with those substitutions, you've got to say. So well played to him. Stina double incoming, says Terry. Well, let's hope so. Then we win the game. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? But we've certainly been the better team in this second half, and we're coming forward again. Victoria Pelova battling away on the edge of the Manchester City penalty. Plays the ball back out again to the far side. Steph Catley dink back in towards the box again. Victoria Pelova tried to lay it off into the path of Frida Marnham, but Man City do scramble it away. But they can't get the ball out of their half really at the moment. Rajendra says Hemp should have been yellow carded for a very late challenge on a goalkeeper. Yeah, I thought that was a bad challenge. I agree with you, Rajendra. Yeah, I thought that was unnecessary. She was never going to get the ball, and she didn't need to go in that late. Rajendra says the ref is biased. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, that should have been a yellow card. I 100% agree with you. That was a terrible challenge. I said it at the time. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward again, but Leah Williamson couldn't quite pick her pass out that time. Rajendra says, why was Katie yellow carded? I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it'll be for something she said, because she doesn't tend to keep her feelings to herself very often, does she, Katie? And you know, she was fouled, and maybe she said something to the referee, and that was why she got a yellow card, because she obviously didn't commit a foul, did she? But anyway, here's a throw over to Manchester City, but it's gone out. It's going to be an Arsenal throw this time. We've played 63 minutes. Much, much better second half from Arsenal. In fact, it's been really impressive, this second half performance from Arsenal so far. We've got a goal back. We've hit the post, and we have been the better team. Let's hope we can continue this, and who knows, maybe we can find the equaliser, and then maybe if we give ourselves enough time, go on and win it. I mean, this would be an incredible comeback, wouldn't it? But we are still losing this game. Let's not get too carried away yet. Manu Zinsberger applied a bit of pressure there from Lauren Hemp, but she clears the ball away over on that far side, but it's going to go out for a throw to Manchester City. But yeah, much, much better second half. Terry says, come on, Rajendra, Katie without a yellow card yesterday. Well, no, that's true, yeah. I mean, it took her, 12 minutes to get one. Katarina Kuhl looks like she's going to be coming on. She's just getting changed and getting some tactical instructions from the coaching staff on this near side. So Katarina Kuhl's going to be coming on here very, very shortly. Not quite sure who she's going to come on for. Victoria Pelova, possibly. But Victoria Pelova just kept that ball in well over on the far side. Plays the ball in field to Frida Marnham. Gets it back again. Victoria Pelova, does she? No, not quite. Frida Marnham's ball couldn't quite find its target there. But good play that from Victoria Pelova. Maybe she's not had as much influence in this game as we would have wanted her to. But she is still new into the team. I've got a feeling it may well be her that comes off very shortly for Katarina Kuhl. That'll be Arsenal's third change of the game already. And the first two at half time have made a massive difference, you have to say. We've been much, much better. And hopefully it will lead to us getting a result of some description in this game. Kim Little there with Philippe Angel Dal over on that far side. It is going to be a free kick to Manchester City, which Kim doesn't agree with. But she wouldn't agree with it, would she? It did seem a bit of a strange decision, another strange decision by the referee. Anyway, it is a free kick to Manchester City. And we have played 65 minutes. So we're coming up towards the midway point of this second half. Arsenal did pull a goal back, have pulled a goal back. Rafael Sousa's header. We are right in this game. We are right in this game. Can we find the equaliser, which would be a fantastic comeback, wouldn't it? Against, this is a very good Manchester City side. They haven't lost in the WSL since September, 10 games. They hadn't lost at all for 16 games until we beat them the other night in the semi-final of the Continental Cup. But Man City looking to try and get revenge here today. Chloe Kelly coming forward. It's her goal at the moment that separates the sides. That's a good ball up that far side. A cross comes in. Good defensive header that was that time from Noel Moritz. But Arsenal don't really get it clear. It comes to Bunny Shaw in a penalty, but Arsenal will get it clear this time. Katie McCabe, she's on a yellow card, don't forget. So she has to be careful. Hasegawa again plays the ball out to that far side. Cross comes in. It's going to go all the way across, so nobody's there for Manchester City. And the referee's given a corner, is she? Not quite sure how that was a corner. Did it come off Noel Moritz as the ball came across? Not sure if it did. We might get a bit more of an idea here as we see that cross come in. Oh, that was the first one, actually. That was cleared away. Anyway, it's a corner to Manchester City. It must have been Noel Moritz with the header there. Rajendra says Katie should be given the captain's armband, then she's allowed to talk to the referee. Well, yeah, maybe. Rajendra says this is real bias. She did not foul anyone. No, I didn't see what happened. She may have said something. I don't know. She certainly didn't foul anyone. There's no doubt about that. Man City have got a corner, which didn't look like it should have been a corner. But anyway, Steph Horton's in there. And Manchester City looking for the third goal. That corner coming to the near post. Not a great clearance, actually, from Frida Marnham. Hasegawa now in possession on the edge of the penalty area. Tries a shot from distance. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. I don't know if Zinsberger got a touch to it. Hasegawa there with a shot from, 25 yards. It hit the crossbar then. I say, I'm not sure whether or not Manu Zinsberger may well have made the save there. And if she did, it was a fantastic save. But Hasegawa has been the standout performer in this game for Manchester City. There's no doubt about that. Chloe Kelly has done well though, and she's going to try a shot from distance as well, but that one's gone wide at a far post, cutting in from that left-hand side. But it was Hasegawa's effort just before. She's strange. She doesn't look like a footballer, does she, really? She's very small, very slight. But what a player she is. In fact, I don't think Zinsberger did get a touch on that. I think it's just literally hit the crossbar. That was a great strike, actually, there from the little Japanese midfield player. And it's hit the crossbar. I think maybe Zinsberger had it covered. Had it just going to dip in. But what a strike that is. Well, almost a third goal there from Hasegawa. Rajendra says there, touched the strand of her hair. Yeah, possibly that was all it was, according to the ref. I think so, yeah, because it didn't look like it had touched her at all, did it? Anyway, Man City are just coming back into this now, but good play that was from Leah Walty in midfield for Arsenal. Leah Williamson now. Catherine Cole has come on now. And, well, that they were showing replays of that. It is Victoria Pelova who's gone off. Yeah, we kind of thought that it would be. And Katerina Call's come on. So come on, Katerina. What a time to get your first WSL goal, eh? In this game today. She scored against Leeds, of course, in the FA Cup, as did most of the team. But hey, Leah Williamson's just nutmegged Bunny Shaw. And Arsenal do manage to get the ball away, but not very far. And City are having a good spell here, actually. They're coming forward now. Lauren Himp on the edge of the box. Tries a shot, but it's straight at Manu Zinsberger. We've got to keep this score at 2-1 for a bit longer, haven't we? We can't afford to concede another goal now. And that was a shot there from Lauren Hemp. She just tried to stroke it into the corner. Didn't really get hold of it, you have to say. And that was that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's been a clash over there with Stina Blackstenius and Steph Horton, I think it is. Both players have gone down with head injuries over on that far side. And while there's a break in play here, we'll give you the Arsenal lineup for the game against Brentford. It is Ramsdale in goal. It's White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko in the back four. Erdegaard, Partey and Xhaka in midfield, and Saka, Nketiah and Martinelli in the front three. So basically, it's the same team that plays every single week. That's the Arsenal team for the game against Brentford this afternoon. Brentford line up like this. It's David Raya in goal. They're back three. They've got Aya, Pinnock and me in midfield. They've got Royslev, Janelt, Norgard and Jensen and Henry. And then up front, they've got Tony and Mbeumo. So that's the Brentford lineup for that game at 3 o'clock at the Emirates. We've got 20 minutes left to play here. Stina's back up again. She's going to be fine, but Steph Houghton is still down. And she's still getting some treatment there, Steph Houghton. So let's hope she's going to be okay. But good news is Stina is fine. The Arsenal players have gone over to Jonas over on that far side, and Leah Williamson is trying to G him up as well. It's a big 20 minutes this for Arsenal. It's a big 20 minutes. We have to get something from this game. Yes, we know we had to win ideally, but at 2-0 down, you have to say if we came away with a point now, I think we would be absolutely delighted with that, the way this game has gone. So yes, let's see if we can. It's going to be so important that we do. Anyway, we've still got 20 minutes to play, and Rafaela Souza's header for that goal for Arsenal there was absolutely brilliant. And let's hope that it's the start of a comeback that leads us to getting at least a point from this game. And it's a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side. And Steph Houghton is okay, back on her feet again over on that far side. And Stina as well, she was fine. Rajendra says that was a foul by the City. Well, yeah, it was. It's been given as a free kick. You're right, yeah. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side, which Frida Marnham looks like she's going to take. Steph Catley's over there as well. It's just about 5 yards in from that far touchline. Arsenal's left, probably midway inside the Manchester City half. A good opportunity to get the ball into the box. It's a decent ball to the edge of the penalty. It's headed up more than out by Bunny Shaw, but it falls to Kim Little. Not a great touch actually from Kim Little. Now Bunny Shaw can bring the ball forward for Manchester City, but a good defensive play there from Leah Walty it was. And she comes away with the ball. But Bunny Shaw's won it back. She's so big and strong, isn't she? The Jamaican. She's coming forward again now on this near side. Noel Moritz is after her. Bunny Shaw. She hasn't scored today, but she did create the second goal. That's at this moment in time is giving Manchester City all 3 points. But there is plenty of time for Arsenal to find an equaliser. Terry says there, get Laura on a bit more of an attacking right back. Yeah, maybe I would have started Laura. We don't know how fit she is, though, do we? That's. You know, some of these decisions, it's easy for us to look at and say, why has he done that? And yes, some of them might just have been a mistake, but there could be injury issues. We don't know how fit everybody is, do we? Let's be honest. Maybe Laura's got my flu, so that's why she's on the bench. Anyway, that ball's played out to the far side, and Katarina Cole's going to get there. She knows she's not, because Ellie Roebuck's outside her area to clear that away. Rajendra says there, why can't we do a Man U as they won against us? Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will. There's still time. There is still time. Anyway, the ball played up that far side. Frida Marnham's going to get after this. She's kept it in. Tries to go past Steph Houghton, but good defending that was. But Frida Marnham still picked the ball up on the edge of the box, tried a shot. She's still got possession again, and then she's tackled inside at the penalty area. She went down. It isn't a foul. And Arsenal just picked up the ball. In fact, there's a foul to Manchester City instead. Bunny Shaw's gone down. But it's been a much better second half performance from Arsenal. There's no doubt about that. But we still trail at 2-1. But there is 17 minutes to play. Plus stoppage time. There'll be a bit of stoppage time. There's been one or two stoppages in his in his second half, hasn't there? So I'm sure there'll be some stoppage time as well. But don't worry about that for now. Let's get ourselves level first if we can. We've got some defending to do here, though. It's Steph Catley with the defensive header does well. And it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Katarina Cole leaves it for Steph Catley. So Katarina Cole's played over on that left-hand side, it looks like, since she came on for Victoria Pelova a short while ago. She's not had much influence yet. The little Danish midfield player looks a very good technical player, doesn't she? Let's see if she can produce a bit of magic in this game to turn it back into our favour. Man City in possession, but now Arsenal pressing high up the pitch. Katie McCabe then tried to win the ball back, but Arsenal have won it back now. In fact, they haven't, because the referee's given a foul against... it was Leah Walty, sorry. Just as well, it wasn't Katie McCabe, actually, because she's on a booking. But it was Leah Walty there with a foul. Apparently, the referees give... and it does seem as though a lot of those 50-50 decisions are going Manchester City's way at this moment in time. But anyway, it is Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1. We have played nearly 75 minutes. It's a big 15 minutes coming up for Arsenal this season. Can we keep our title hopes alive? A draw wouldn't be a disaster. Yes, ideally we need to win. We haven't won, have we, yet in the WSL this year. But a defeat here today would be an absolute disaster. We cannot afford to lose this game. And we've given ourselves a chance at least now. Now it's 2-1 to get something from this game. And we've got a throw over on that far side, just inside the Arsenal half, played in to Leah Walty. And we've got there Imperter D Pursuit says, please, how can I watch it? I don't know where you are in the world, my friend, but it is on Sky in the UK and Sky Showcase. I'm not sure whereabouts you are. But just stay with us. We'll keep you right with everything that's going on. Man City trying to come forward again. Much better defending. That was from Leah Williamson. Now Kim Little can bring the ball forward. Terry says, Bunny Shaw, good player, but does go down a lot. Yeah, she does go down a lot. Yeah, she's a big, strong girl, isn't she? She should be a lot able to take a few little tackles on her, shouldn't she? Let's be honest. She certainly gives them out. So anyway, Arsenal now. Leah Walty plays the ball forward, looking for Stina Blackstenius. But good defending actually from Alex Greenwood. And now it is Bunny Shaw in possession. She's going to try a shot from distance. As she knows, she plays it square instead. Manchester City trying to get a ball through, but Zinsberger is going to get there again ahead of Chloe Kelly and Arsenal. In fact, Lauren Hemp, sorry. They must have switched sides, have they? Lauren Hemp's over on the right-hand side now. But anyway, she didn't get on the end of that ball there from Zinsberger. And watching from Abu Dhabi. Oh, fantastic. Hope you're well and enjoying. Well, I say enjoying the game. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's been hard to enjoy, but the second half has been much better, really has. And we deserve maybe to get something from this game, but we've still got to find a goal, at least one goal, or we are going to come away with nothing. Laura Wainwrighter is now going to be coming on for Arsenal, the Austrian. You'd imagine for Noel Moritz, a change that we maybe expected a little bit earlier. Noel Moritz has just conceded a foul there on Chloe Kelly. That may well be her last involvement. In fact, she's got a yellow card. Bit pointless giving her a yellow card, ref. She's going to be going off in a minute. Anyway, she's still on the pitch for the time being. It was a bit of a silly foul. She just got too tight there to Chloe Kelly and was brought down. And Arsenal now going to have to defend this free kick. But Laura Wainwrighter will soon be coming on. You would imagine it will be for Moritz, but Arsenal got to defend this free kick. It's going to be Chloe Kelly with it on this near side, about 5 yards in from this near touchline, in line with the Arsenal penalty area. This is a big moment, this for Arsenal. We have to, if Man City get a third goal now, you think that's it, we've lost, and that'll be that. So we need to defend this. We know that Chloe Kelly's delivery is extremely good from set pieces, and this one wasn't actually. Oh, it was headed just wide of her own goal there from Katarina Kuhl, actually. I'm not quite sure why she headed it that way. But anyway, it is going to be a corner now to Manchester City. A strange defensive header from Katarina there. Which Andrew says, fine, 2 goals. Well, yeah, but let's get one first. And if we get one in enough time, then let's get another one if we can. But at the moment, we need to stop Man City getting a third goal, don't we? Because that would signal the end of our hopes. The ball comes into the box again. It's well defended this time. Arsenal headed away, falls to Hasegawa. It's not had as much influence in the second half, but she did it at crossbar, of course, very recently. But Man City coming forward again over on that far side. Low cross into the near post, and Steph Catley's there. And Steph Catley will now complete the clearance. Again, not that far now. And Man City now are having a good spell. Their best spell probably of the second half, actually. And on the edge of the box, Manchester City now, the ball's come across to Chloe Kelly, cuts inside. She's going to try a shot from distance, but it's gone far wide. And that's that. Colonel says there, let's make it like football fever. If you could choose between losing this but the men winning later, what would you take? Oh, you see, that is a very, very difficult decision. I don't like either team to lose. But this game's on now, and I don't want us to lose. So I'm sure Arsenal, the men won't lose later, will they? Will the men winning, you said? Yeah. That's going to be a tough game, actually, isn't it? I'm sure the men will win anyway, regardless of what happens here. But I wouldn't like to make that choice. I've got to be honest. I really wouldn't like to make that choice. But it's a very interesting question. I don't know whether you guys in the chat think about that. Would you take us losing this game now if the men win later? Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? I want them both to win. Bunny Shaw's got to be offside there, surely. She is indeed. Terry was saying about hitting a like button. Yes, please give us a like. Let's get 30 likes for this. And also, as well, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Usually, I would be doing a watch along at the men's game as well. We do usually cover the men's games as well on the channel, but today, as I said, I'm just not. I've not been very well for 2 or 3 days now, and I don't think my voice would take another game, and physically, I don't really feel up to it, if I'm totally honest. Anyway, also I'm making those. It's 2 substitutions actually. So Laura is coming on for Noel Moritz, so she's just going to play at right back for these last 10 minutes. And Gio is coming on as well for Stina Blackstenius. Good performance from Stina again. She doesn't get the service that she needs all the time, but she's worked so hard. She's played well, Stina. And Stina's gone off for Gio. Is Gio going to play as the centre forward, potentially? She might do, actually. Anyway, let's see how this works out now in the next few minutes. Maybe push Frida Marnham a little bit further forward could be the answer there, couldn't it? Terry says there, make Richard feel better. Hit that thumbs up button as it acts like medication. It does, yeah. I mean, I'm running out of paracetamol, so yeah, the like button's going to be the only thing I've got to relieve the pain that I've been in for the last few days. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now, looking to try to get something from this game. It has been a much improved second half performance, but we do still trail, and Man City are coming forward. Lauren Hemp now cuts in from this near side. She's going to try a shot. She gets into the penalty area. Good defending, though, from Kim Little, although we did need to scramble the ball away there from Leah Walty. Gio battles away for the ball there. Surely she's fouled. Gio battling away for the ball, and Arsenal have won a throw on this near side, which Laura Wainwriter is going to take. In Perpetrator says there, I just subscribed. So thank you very much. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. And don't forget, give us a like as well while you're at it. It's all free of charge and it does help the channel. Good to have you on board with us. Hopefully you'll enjoy the channel going forward because, you know, we like to think that we give some decent enough shows here for everybody that like Arsenal, and we hope that you enjoy them as well. Anyway, Man City are coming forward over on that far side. Can Arsenal keep this attack out and then try and find a goal? Terry says there, well done, Stina, deserves a lot more praise than she gets. No, I 100% agree. I thought she's worked really hard today. Yes, that big chance she had early in the second half when she's hit the post, but I don't blame her for that. It was a great run and it was a good finish. It was just unlucky, it hit the post and then hit the goalkeeper and went wide. It could have gone anywhere. So yeah, really a good performance again from Stina. I think she's playing well. She does need to score a few more goals. I think we all accept that. But she's got 10 this season, and that's not too bad at all, is it? Let's be honest. Anyway, Man City are trying to come forward over on that far side. And have they got a corner or a goal kick? In fact, it's given us everything's just going to be a corner to Man City now, isn't it? Regardless of what happens. It was Katerina Call there. She thought the ball had gone off Chloe Kelly, but it is going to be a corner to Manchester City. We've played 82, nearly 83 minutes. We're getting down towards that stage now where if Man City get a third goal, it is good night Arsenal, isn't it? But there is still time for us to get something at the other end and hopefully come away with at least a point. And that would be something that may well be a big turning point in the season for us, because defeat here today, you do feel the title would have gone potentially. But anyway, it's a corner now from that near far side. It's headed away though. Good defending that was again from Rafaela Souza, a shot from distance from Alex Greenwood. It's gone over the bar and it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Terry says there, welcome in Perpetrator D Pacific. Nice to have you on board. Indeed it is, yeah. Great to have new people involved in the channel, isn't it? And hopefully you'll enjoy what we do. Anyway, Leah Williamson putting a bit of pressure inside the area by Lauren Hemp, and Arsenal now trying to play it out from the back, and we get it clear up over on that far side. This is good play from Arsenal, but Frida Marnham there, she's not had her greatest game, but she does come out with the ball there, Frida. It's just going to be the moment that we come back into this game. A good run from Frida over on that far side. Try to play the ball through, looking for the run of Gio, but the cross was deflected, the pass was deflected, but Arsenal got a throw now over on that far side in line with the Manchester City penalty area. 84 minutes played. Can we get a dramatic late equaliser here and find at least a point from our trip to Manchester? Arsenal in possession now, Leah Williamson. Colonel says that our attack and defence, I feel, is probably best in the league, but our midfield sometimes non-existent. I think it's overrated. I mean, I think today it wasn't the right system, was it? To be fair. And now Leah Vorti's on, I think we've had a much better shape in midfield, and it's been a lot better, hasn't it, second half? But no, you're right. I do think defensively, generally, we've been good. I know today we were poor, wasn't we? 2 terrible mistakes for the goals, but yeah, no, I agree. Our attack's good, and we don't concede too many goals generally, but we have conceded 2 today, and it might be enough to send us back home with nothing from this performance. But we've got another throw on this near side, which Laura's going to take. Can we find a goal now? 85 minutes played. We did get a very, very late equaliser in this game last season, didn't we, in stoppage time? Are we going to do something just as dramatic this time? Let's see. There's still time, of course, for Arsenal to get this goal. And I think now, at this stage of the game, I think we would all take a point, wouldn't we, the way that things have gone. And it's been a much better second half performance. We probably deserve a point. Anyway, Steph Catley now is coming forward over on that far side, but she's held up, plays the ball back to Rafaela Souza, Arsenal's goal scorer. A great header it was from her. In Perpetrator says there, I hope Arsenal would draw or win, but if they can't win, let's end the draw. Exactly that. You're right. If you can't win the game, and now it seems unlikely we can win, let's be honest, with 4 minutes to play plus stoppage time, 2-1 down, we're unlikely to win. So let's make sure we don't lose. And the way to do that is we need a goal. Frida Marnham trying to run through there and puts the defence under pressure there for Manchester City, but Alex Greenwood comes away with the ball. She's done well there, Alex Greenwood, but Laura Wainwright steps in. She's won a throw for Arsenal. In fact, no, she hasn't. It's going to be a throw to Manchester City, and we are into the last 4 minutes of normal time. Terry says there, I think our second half display, we deserve a draw, but our first half don't really deserve nothing. No, you're right. I mean, the score at half time was probably right, wasn't it? Yeah, we were a bit fortunate. It was only 2-0, actually, let's be honest. But to be fair, the second half has been really, really good, and we've certainly deserved our goal back, and we do possibly deserve a draw. I think you're right. And we've still got time. We have still got time to get it. Mark C says there, come on, girls, indeed. Yeah, come on, girls. Let's get the draw. And it would feel almost like a win, wouldn't it? The draw last week against West Ham felt like a defeat because we dominated that game and we should have won. This game has been a real battle. And if we can somehow find a goal and get a draw, it will feel almost like a win. And perhaps it will make up for that game last week, wouldn't it? Although, had we beaten West Ham and lost today, 3 points would have been better than 2, I suppose. But anyway, we haven't got the 2 points yet, have we? Because we still haven't managed to get that second goal. Man City are in possession, but Arsenal pressing high up the pitch with Gio. Mark C says, them subs will make an impact for us. Yeah, well, they have done. Much, much better second half, you have to say. Leah Williamson now plays that ball, lovely ball to Laura Wainwright on this near side. Much better second half from Leah Williamson, who was really, really poor in that first half. Surely that's a foul. But anyway, Arsenal do emerge with the ball with Kim Little. It looked like a foul, actually, but the referee let play go on. And now Steph Catley over on that far side plays the ball forward to Katarina Kuhl. We're into the last 2 minutes now, plus stoppage time. It's going to be something dramatic if we're going to get something from this game. We do deserve something, you have to say, but in football, as in life, you don't always get what you deserve, do you? Anyway, Arsenal now, Leah Williamson bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Plays it into midfield, plays the ball through. Oh, is Gio going to get there? No, she's not, because Ellie Roebuck's there. Maybe just caught on her heels a little bit there, Gio. Looking to get her first Arsenal goal. Imagine getting her first Arsenal goal, a late equaliser in this game. How important would that be? Arsenal now, they're still in possession. Leah Williamson finds Rafaela Souza, Arsenal's goal scorer. If we can try and get another set piece, maybe Rafaela Souza could be in line to get another goal. This is good play from Kim Little. She's turned away now, running at that Man City defence. Kim Little, she made the wrong ball, actually. And Rafaela Souza has won the header. Terry says, are you going live again in half hour, Richard? Just had a reminder on my phone. No, I'm not going to do that now. I'm just not feeling very well. So I'm going to give that one a miss. I'm just going to go and sit downstairs and watch it on the telly and just chill with a cup of tea and just watch it. Oh, now we're in. Gio inside the box. Is this going to be the moment for her? Oh, there's a good tackle on her actually there from Alex Greenwood. Gio looked as though she was just going to get the wrong side of the Man City defence and maybe get an opportunity to score. We are into the final minute of the 90. Catherine Kuhl's done really well over on that far side, battling away there with Alex Greenwood. And she's emerged with a ball, actually. No, she hasn't. It's with Lauren Hemp, actually. Sorry, Lauren Hemp now has still got the ball for Man City. We're into the final minute. Looked as though Gio was going to... Colonel says, Terry, the guy's unwell, let him have his afternoon off. Exactly. I'm going to cancel that stream. I would ordinarily do it. I would, but unfortunately today. You're offside, Frida. You're offside, Frida. Oh, She didn't look across the line there, Frida. Alex Greenwood's now gone down, but probably just to waste a bit more time rather than anything else. It looked as though Gio was going to be in there, actually. The ball was just about to drop to her. She was just about to fire the shot in. That's a very, very good piece of defending from Alex Greenwood. You have to say that would have probably been the equaliser for Gio there. She maybe just wouldn't quite fall for her, would it? But she just put her foot back to have a shot. And Alex Greenwood did some great defending. Marcy says Lemsip. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if we've got any Lemsip, actually. I don't know if that's 3 minutes of stoppage time. It is, actually. The Man City are making a substitution. In fact, it's going to be Chloe Kelly to go off. At this moment in time, it's her goal that is going to be deciding this game. It's Hayley Rasso coming on, the Australian, for Manchester City for these final 3 minutes of stoppage time. Are Manchester City going to get this important 3 points, or can Arsenal still find this equaliser? Late drama here at the Manchester Academy Stadium. Are we going to have or not? We'll have to see. Chloe Kelly's been given player of the match, actually. I mean, her stats were good, but for me, Hasegawa was magnificent for Man City today. And the reason why they've won this game is because of her performance in midfield. Anyway, Man City are coming forward now, trying to get their third goal. That would absolutely seal the victory. They're going to win themselves a corner over on that far side. Terry says, come on, Colonel, he's only going downstairs to lay on the settee and milk it and get Mum bathing his head and running around. Exactly, yeah, I'm going to do that. You're right. I'm going to exactly do that. So, yes, that's exactly what the plan is, Terry. I'm going to do that, definitely. Anyway, it is a corner to Man City. We've played 1 minute of the 3. There'll be a bit more now, though, won't there? Because of that slight injury there to Alex Greenwood in the substitution. And they've taken a corner short. They're just going to try and keep it in that corner, Man City, with Bunny Shaw. But Arsenal do come away with it and won a throw. Leah Walty there. And they're showing Hasegawa, who to me should be player of the match, because I thought Hasegawa was magnificent today for Manchester City. But anyway, they've given it to Chloe Kelly, probably because she scored a goal, and that tends to be how they decide these things. That was a poor ball forward, actually, from who was that played that ball forward, actually? Was it Gio? Anyway, they keep showing Hasegawa on the telly. She's had the most touches in this game. How she's not got player of the match? She's absolutely been robbed of player of the match, Hasegawa. She's been brilliant. I said that in the first half. Yes, the second half she wasn't quite as dominant, but there's been a squaring up here. Katie McCabe is squaring up to Alex Greenwood there. Katie McCabe has to be careful because she's been booked. Gio just leads her away. Katie McCabe could be in trouble here because she has already been booked. Didn't see what happened there, actually, but she got involved there with Alex Greenwood, and the referee is now calling the players over, those two, and just telling them to calm down. You know, we're nearly finished. Don't do anything silly. Don't get yourself a red card and risk a suspension. Didn't quite see what happened, actually, there. But she didn't like she was sort of pushed in the back a little bit, Katie McCabe. She reacted. She didn't like it from Alex Greenwood. Anyway, Arsenal have got a free kick. Leah Williams, we are into the final minute of the 3 of stoppage time. It's looking as though Arsenal are going to lose this game despite a much improved second half performance. But will we get one more big chance before the full-time whistle goes? Rafaela Souza plays up that far side looking for Katarina Kuhl. Arsenal have got a throw. It's going to be now or never. We've played over 3 minutes of stoppage time. Are we going to find a goal? The ball goes back again to Manu Zinsberger. She's going to have to launch this. He plays it instead short to Leah Williams, and she's going to have to launch it into the box. Come on, Arsenal, let's get a goal. A long ball forward there, looking for Frida Mana, who's pushed high up the pitch now for these final few minutes, but it's going to be a free kick there to Manchester City. Is it? No, it isn't. But they have got the ball over on that far side, and it is looking as though Manchester City are going to come away with the victory here on the back of Arsenal's poor first half performance. And it's going to be a big win for Manchester City if they do get it. NA says Jonas out. I don't think we can say that. We've got a cup final coming up and a Champions League quarter final. Colonel says what if he's going to milk it? Might as well try and get a free Chinese out of it. I say exactly, yeah. I mean, I'll do my best, see what I can wangle later on. But yeah, of course I'm going to milk it. But yeah, I'm just not up to doing the second game, unfortunately. But I will be watching it, of course. Terry says, come on, Frida, we need one of your fireworks more than ever. We do, but time's running out. We've already played 4.5 minutes. It was only 3 signal. There has been quite a few stoppages since then, but Man City have got a throw over on that far side. We're just talking seconds now, surely. Man City have got another throw. The ball's no good down the end of the pitch. It's looking as though Manchester City are going to get what would be an absolutely crucial victory in the title race, and it's going to make life extremely difficult for us. But we did score in stoppage time here last season, but we're not going to today. The full-time whistle's gone. Manchester City have beaten Arsenal by 2-1. It was a game of two halves in many ways. Arsenal were extremely poor in that first half. Manchester City got an early goal from Lauren Hemp and a goal at the end of the first half from Chloe Kelly. Both really poor defensive play from Arsenal. And in between those two goals, Manu Zinsberger made 3 of 4 really good saves to keep the score down. But Arsenal changed things in the second half. We went to a back 4, made some changes, dominated much of that second half, got a goal back with Rafaela Souza's header, hit the post before that with Stina Blackstenius as well, and had 1 or 2 moments after that. But to be fair, we never really had a lot of big chances to equalise, did we, in those final 10 or 15 minutes? We made some changes. We tried our best, but it wasn't meant to be today. We are clearly missing Beth and Viv. There's no doubt about that. It wasn't a bad second-half performance. In fact, it was a pretty good second-half performance. But when you're 2-0 down against a team of this quality, it is always going to be tough, isn't it, to come back? And we are now in 4th place, 3 points behind Manchester City. We do have a game in hand, and we are now 5 points behind Chelsea. That was our game in hand on Chelsea. So the title is now looking to be very, very tough for us. There's no doubt about that. With 10 games to play, we're going to have to win all 10, aren't we? Let's be honest, and hope that Chelsea drop a few points as well. Obviously, we'll have to beat them. We've got to play Man City at home. We'll have to beat them as well. And just win every game and see what happens. But I think the league title's probably gone for this season, if we're totally honest. Chelsea don't drop too many points today. And yeah, we just have to keep going. We've got a Continental Cup final to come next month. We need to enjoy that, hopefully win. We've got an FA Cup tie coming up against Chelsea, where if we can win that, who knows, we could win some cups this season. And of course, the Champions League against Bayern Munich. We're going to have to improve on the way that we played in that first half today. But a good response. Jonas sorted it out at half-time, made some changes, and in the end, we were a little bit unfortunate maybe not to come away with a point. Rajendra says, hopefully they'll beat Chelsea. Well, hopefully, but to be honest with you, I don't think they will. Rajendra says, and it gets a 4-way championship. Colonel says, well, it was unlucky, but on to the next one. Revise manager at the end of the season. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, we've still got a lot to play for this season. You know, we're not out of the title race yet. 5 points in with 3 points for a win generally isn't very much, is it? But the issue is Chelsea just don't tend to lose very often, do they? So, but yeah, disappointing really today. We couldn't afford to lose this game, and we have lost it. It's finished Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1. And yeah, we now have got a big finish to the season. We have to win every game, basically, don't we? Mark C says there, West Ham 1, Chelsea 1. Well, yeah, Chelsea are just rubbish, aren't they, full time. NA says if you have a manager that divides opinion, then it's a problem. It is, but you know, managers only divide opinion when results aren't going well. You know, it was the same with the men's team with Arteta, wasn't it? You know, when the results wasn't going well, it divided opinion. But when you're winning games, everybody's happy, aren't they? And this team, you know, we're missing 2 of the best players in the world. You know, it's not like we've just got 2 players injured. We've got 2 of the best players in the world are missing, and they're going to be missing for the rest of the season. Anybody's going to find that tough, you know. And you know, we've played some good football at times. And yes, Jonas has made mistakes. I'm not going to say he hasn't, but I don't blame him for losing this game today necessarily. I thought the first half was poor, but he changed it in the second half and we were much better. We just can't seem to score goals at the minute. Terry says, cheers, Curdo, you just gave me a good idea. I think I'll milk it later just before the old woman gets home and asks for a Chinese and some sympathy with my false man flu. I can feel coming on tonight. No, you definitely don't want this man flu, Terry, because it's not very nice. Rajendra says there, see and get better fast. Yeah, thank you, mate. The commentary is very good. And I thank you again. I mean, I've been struggling today to get through it. In fact, about 12 o'clock, I was considering not doing the watch along and just watching the game in peace and, you know, with my feet up. But I wanted to do it. I'm glad I did it. Just a shame the game didn't quite go as well as we wanted to. Andreas was right. He did say, didn't he, last week that he didn't feel the same team would win both the cup game and the league game. And he's right, because we won in the cup and Man City have won in the league. And yes, maybe going back to, was it Colonel's question from before? Obviously now Arsenal women have lost this game. Obviously the men have to win, don't they, really, to make up for it. There's no question now. I wouldn't have liked to have chosen that at that particular time, but we have lost now. So anyway, much better second half performance, and we have to take the positives from it if we can. Very, very few positives from that first half. Really, it was poor, wasn't it? But we turned it around, and we were maybe unfortunate in the end not to get something from the game, but we didn't. We've lost only the third league defeat in Jonas's time, actually, at the club. So people say he should go, but he's only lost 3 league games in a season and a half. That's not bad, is it? When you think about it. So, but yeah, this wasn't good enough today, unfortunately. NA says, I think it might be time to hire a female coach. The girls might benefit from it, potentially. Is there one good enough you feel that can do the job? Apart from Serena Wiegman, obviously. We'd take her, wouldn't we, all day long? I'm not sure. If that would ever happen. Colonel says, good show, Richard. Top shows from the Arsenal women, and your numbers showing growth. No, thank you, mate. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy doing them, and the fact that people seem to enjoy watching them, it is a bonus. And yes, the channel's really been growing recently, this year, this season, and I'm really grateful to everybody that has supported the journey, and hopefully a lot more to come. Obviously a lot more to come this season, and going forward, we'll be doing some new things next season as well. I've got some new ideas to come for the channel as well. So, but no, I appreciate everybody's support that you've given me. Don't forget, please give us a like as well before you go. And if you are new here and you're maybe not sure about what we do, please consider subscribing, because we do cover the women a lot, and obviously the men as well. And I say usually I would be doing the men's watch along after this game. I would normally do that, but I'm just not feeling it today, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Bongo Guna says, cheers. No, thank you, mate, again for your support and for joining us. There will be a show hopefully on Monday. If I'm feeling better, I'll have a show Monday night, the Arsenal review, of course. We'll be looking back at the Brentford game, looking ahead to Man City, of course, on Wednesday. It seems to be Arsenal against Man City at the moment, week after week, doesn't it? The men have played them twice, the women have played them twice in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, so we'll do that show on Monday if I'm feeling well enough. And then, of course, next week we've got to watch along at the Man City game on Wednesday night. And then, of course, next weekend we'll be back with more great shows for you, hopefully. So lots to look forward to. Terry says, yes, get well soon, Richard. Terry Mo, your supporter, said she needs to get you back to health for the Monday night show. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I'll be better by then. I've had this for about 4 days now, 3 or 4 days. So it's about time it disappeared, isn't it? Hopefully tomorrow. NA, so I've just subscribed. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. I know you was in the chat with us last night, wasn't you, on a women's show? Good to see you back. And hopefully, we'll get a few more people coming on board with us here, because it's a nice little community that we've got, and some great shows, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. So anyway, I'm going to go and have a lie down and get prepared to just sit and watch the men's game. Hopefully they can cheer us up a bit, because today has ended in a very, very disappointing Arsenal defeat. Is it the defeat that says the end of our title challenge for the season? Maybe not quite. Looking at the points, it's only 5 points, which isn't a massive amount, is it? We need Chelsea. We need Chelsea to lose a couple of games, and we need to win all ours, don't we? So it's still possible, but yeah, it could be a damaging defeat today. It has finished Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1, 2 first half goals from Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly. Rafaela Souza pulled one back for Arsenal in the second half with a very good header, but wasn't quite enough. Stina did hit the post for Arsenal. Hazagawa hit the crossbar for Manchester City. There could have been a lot more goals in this game, but in the end, it finished at 2-1 to Manchester City, and we are out of the top 3. So we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to get even in the Champions League at this point. But still a lot of football to be played. 10 games left in the league. And if we win all 10 of those, who knows? Terry says, come on, you Gunners. Do Richard proud this afternoon and give him something to enjoy. Get well soon. Take care. No, cheers, Terry. And thanks to everyone else for watching today. Enjoy the Arsenal game this afternoon. Unfortunately, I say I'm not going to be doing a watch along. So just enjoy the game wherever you're watching it, and hopefully I'll be back on Monday with the Arsenal review. I intend to do that show, and barring me feeling a lot worse than I do now, I will be here on Monday hopefully feeling a lot brighter and enjoying. I've enjoyed the watch the men's game. So join us for that if you can. But yeah, it's finished unfortunately today. We did lose the game. Not a great first half, was it? In the end, that's proved very, very costly for us. And we go home from Manchester without any points at all in a game that we really couldn't afford to lose. But we did. And anyway, I will see you very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can, and enjoy the Arsenal game coming up very soon. And I will see you hopefully on Monday. Just a few stats quickly. Man City had 17 shots to our 7. They had 6 on target to our 2. Maybe they did deserve to win if you look at that. Touches in the opposition box, 27 for Man City, only 12 for us. There's our problem straight away there, isn't it? But anyway, the stats don't matter now. We've lost the game. It's not going to change it, is it? NA says, this reminds me of the 2021 Montemuro last season. Yeah, actually, we had a poor run, didn't we, after Christmas that season, didn't we? We couldn't score goals, and obviously finished third, didn't we? But maybe this season we've got a cup final. On Monday we reached the Continental Cup final that season, didn't we? And lost to Chelsea. So yeah, maybe it's very, very. Oh no, that was a season before, wasn't it? That was a season before. Terry says, Toodle Pip, everybody in the chat, have a good week. Indeed. Terry says, smash the thumbs up before you go. Come on, you gunners, indeed. Yeah, I mean, was it, the 2021 season, yeah, that was when we lost a few games in January and February, didn't we? And that cost us the title. And looks like, yeah, maybe you're right. But we've got time to bounce back. Let's hope we do. Still a big, a lot to play for. And hopefully we'll be back. We'll bounce back with victory in our next game, which is Chelsea, of course, in the FA Cup. So it doesn't get any easier, does it? Anyway, thanks for watching today. I am going to go and rest my weary bones, and I will see you on Monday for the Arsenal review. Thanks for watching. Fortunately, the women couldn't get the result we wanted today, but let's see if the men can. Enjoy that game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I will see you soon. Take it easy. Come on, you gunners, and I will see you on the next one. So Arsenal now Freedom Marnham again inside here looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Freedom Marnham again.